Mobile County Public Schools, the place that has it all. We have 90 schools that include rural, urban, and suburban schools of various sizes. We are also home to Alabama's first public school. We welcome you to come join our winning team. Our district is led by the 2020 Superintendent of the Year, Mr. Cressel D. Threadgill. Our teachers are leaders in their profession who are afforded numerous professional development opportunities. Our principals are collaborators and encouragers. Our schools are leading in innovation and instruction. And most importantly, our students who are learning today, leading tomorrow, are simply the best. If you want to live in a historically rich city near beautiful beaches with superb southern hospitality, we invite you to come teach with the best, Team MCPSS.
At Mobile County Public Schools, we believe it starts with us. That's why we offer Signature Academies.
Hello, I'm Jordan Clark, and I'm in the Health Service Academy at John L. LaFleur Magnet High School. My future career is to be an obstetrician gynecologist. With this academy, I'm learning firsthand from people already working in the industry. Shadowing them on the job really makes me want to study hard and work harder towards my career goal.
Signature Academies are open to all students in Mobile County Public High Schools. Visit mcpss.com.
High school students, are you looking for a way to become a better leader? Then the Junior Officers Training Corps may be what you're seeking. If you would like to develop self-reliance, learn ways to be more responsible, and improve your communication skills, you can do that and more when you register for the Junior Officers Training Corps. The JROTC program is available to all high school students in Mobile County. JROTC, we build a better you.
Tonight we are live inside the Vikings Den on the campus of Mary G. Montgomery. Coming in to do battle are the Theodore Lady Bobcats, looking to sweep MGM for the season. But first-year head coach Tori Johnson and her Lady Vikings have other plans in mind. Will MGM roar Skull Vikings, or can Theodore complete the season sweep? Let's find out now for Tuesday Night Hoops. Good evening, I'm Al Whedon along with the legendary coach Ronnie Arrow. We're glad you're with us. Coach, these two teams meet again for the second time in less than 3 weeks.
Less than 3 weeks, and Theodore won the first one 41-28. It was a good game. We're looking for that same type of action tonight. To get into this tonight, we're going to have the same keys that they had to win for tonight and other games. Arrows targets. Both of these are keys to win. Number one, we'll go with MGM first. They must attack the 2-3 zone of Theodore. Now, a lot of times people think it's a 2-3. It looks like it, but I love the way Coach Worsham changes defenses. When she misses shots, she's in a 1-3-1, three-quarter court, or 1-2-2 quarter court pressure defense, and it's tough to get. But if she makes them, then they go man-to-man. So it's very interesting to see how they're going to be able to do it.
Gotcha. Let's put up the starters for tonight's contest. MGM's the home team. Started for them, Jordan Jenkins. She's a freshman. Also Bailey Campbell, Harley Thornburg, Harris Bennett, and Katie Williamson. Leading scorer, Daisha Broughton. She averages 15 points per game. She will not be starting for Theodore. Parkland Floyd, an 8th grader, averaging 15 points per game, will be leading the Lady Bobcats, along with Tamaya McCarroll, 5'2" Bain, Tatiana Spinks, and the big one down low, Coach, the center, Jasmine Bingham, 18 points per game for Bingham. Actually, she leads the Lady Bobcats in scoring. She's a handful to deal with down low.
She's a handful, 18 points, but she's also getting 10 rebounds a game. When she gets the ball down there, it's generally 2 points. She's big, she's strong, she loves to score down there.
Theodore comes into the ball game tonight, 7-5 on the season. MGM 3-4. As Coach Arrow told you, they won the first matchup 41-28. Less than 3 weeks ago, and these teams matching up again. This is another one of those out of classification ball games. MGM plays 7A ball, the largest classification in the state, and Theodore is a 6A school. So this ball game has no implications on area play, but it definitely counts in the record books, Coach Arrow.
It definitely does. And to add to the misery for MGM, Theodore also has a girl, Parkland Floyd, who's averaging 15 points a game. They're big. They're 5'6", 5'10". They're big girls. They're going to have to do something with them to keep them from scoring inside.
Thornburg and Bingham down to the tip-off, and the Lady Bobcats get the tip, bringing it up to Mia McCarroll for the Lady Bobcats as she works it over as they're trying to set up their offense.
Yep, they're setting up 2-3 zone, throw over the zone, and drives in.
Bucket no good for Floyd. She gets the rebound, comes back out with it as the Lady Bobcats continue to work it around, setting up this offense. They went 20-9 last year, lost to McGill in the Elite 8, and that was the first year for head coach Tassie Worsham here with the Lady Bobcats.
You know, it's great to know that she played at Ole Miss for 4 years, so she has a lot of experience going in as a coach.
Definitely does. Rebound coming down. Lady Vikings trying to get on the board first. They cannot. Shot is up, and that's going to be traveling called against Katie Williamson. Our first turnover of the ball game already.
For MGM, they're going to have the ball in the hands of Paris Bennett. She makes the team go. Good things happen generally when she has the ball.
Lady Bobcat setting it up once again, back over to McCarroll. They're trying to go down to Bingham, and they work the backdoor option. Bingham gets the first points of the night. Theodore on top 2-0.
That's a great play. We used to run that. The ball's on one side, and they back pick on the backside for an alley-oop or a layup on the backside.
Lady Vikings working it around. Paris Bennett, she's a senior. It's stolen by Theodore, and the fast break is on the move, trying to get it Floyd. Transition bucket for the Lady Bobcats.
They have got to get back because Theodore is going to really push the ball.
Early timeout called right here by Coach Tori Johnson. 30-second timeout. Coach Arrow, we're familiar with Coach Johnson. She was at Baker last year, coached there 1 year, and now in her first year here at MGM.
And before that, she was at Fairhope, did a real good job at Fairhope. Then she went to Baker. But when she was at Fairhope, she took a couple teams to regionals and did a good job there. So she's on the move, but wherever she goes, if she's there long enough, they're going to win.
She's been a head coach for 21 years, spent 9 seasons across the pond over there with those Fairhope Pirates. So she want to get a little timeout, calm the girls down.
That's a great timeout.
It is. Only down 4 points. You don't want this to get out of control early.
No, and it could very well be. I'll tell you what, I'm impressed with Theodore. And one thing that leads to Theodore's game tonight is the officials are letting them play. That helps Theodore.
Turnovers committed by both teams right there. Hartley Thornburg throws it across court. Jenkins, they're working it. And look at the defense shown by Theodore, all in the face. Double teams. And it creates a turnover for the Lady Bobcats.
They're going to be pushing the ball like that all night long. They want to score as fast as they can, but coach don't want them to just go down there and jack up a shot. They're a disciplined team. You can tell that she's been around basketball, both college-wise and bringing her knowledge to the high school level.
Shot put up right there by Bain. Rims out. Rebound brought down by MGM.
Thorsby brought the ball down. Good, strong girl. She needs to get in there and post.
Harris Bennett trying to set him up. There's a shot from Williamson, no good.
She is
Thornburg down low, and she is fouled on the play. It's going to be 2 shots coming up for Thornburg.
One of their seniors that is starting for them, averaging 4 points a game and 4 rebounds a game. She's going to always be around the goal, and if she stays like that, she can get some of those big girls from Theodore in foul trouble.
Thornburg makes the first. She shoots 50% from the charity stripe. Check it in for MGM. Number 13, Daisha Broughton. She leads the team in scoring with 15 points per game.
Yeah, she can really, when she gets the ball, she's not looking to do anything but score with it.
And Thornburg makes the second. Keep in mind that the 5th team foul, both of these teams will shoot 2 shots. That's the new rule in high school athletics. So there's no more 1-and-1 after the 7th foul. After the 5th team foul in each quarter, those fouls do reset.
They do reset, and I'm glad that the fans are learning the rule, because I went to a game not too long ago and they were calling out from the stands to the officials. That's a 1-and-1, 1-and-1. If you're going to yell at the officials, at least know the rules.
Lady Bobcats being patient, taking their time as we approach the halfway point here in the first quarter on the campus of Mary G. Montgomery. They patient, they get it down to Bingham. She can't convert.
There's Thornburg again, getting the
Thornburg
rebound.
tries to save it, and it looks like Bingham may be injured. Actually, foul going to be called on Bingham, her first.
You know, it seems like everywhere we go, I guess because of the changing of the weather, the floors have been slippery wherever we've been.
That could be the case, Coach Aaron. Now, for this ball game, I actually went down to the floor. It kind of felt pretty good.
Did you jump? Were you dunking out there?
No, it was a non-jumping visit.
Okay.
It was a non-jumping visit.
I got you. Passing the ball around, reading the defense.
Trying to get Broughton involved here.
See, right now, it looks like a 2-3 zone, but they're just spreading the court on defense and making them pass the ball around. That was a nice shot.
Thornburg couldn't come up with the rebound, pressing it down the floor. McCarroll gets it over to Bain as they work it over to Parkland Floyd. Her first shot, no good. Rims out. Rebound by the Lady Vikings, but look at the pressure off of a miss, and they create a turnover.
And again, let me emphasize what Coach likes to do, and I haven't seen it in a long time. If they score, they're going to run a 1-2-2 or a 1-3-1 defense 3 quarters. If they make a shot, if they don't make a shot, they're going to get back in man-to-man.
That foul called on Paris Bennett, her first foul.
You know, both teams are passing the ball around really well.
They really are. That one's stolen by Paris Bennett out of Bingham's hand. I thought Jenkins was going to take it to the hole.
Very nice.
But instead, Bailey Campbell, she takes it to the hole for the first actual bucket for the Vikings.
And I was glad to see that they didn't just bring the ball down and force it. She spread the court enough to get 1-on-2 or 2-on-1, threw it to the open person, got an easy shot. That was a great timeout by Coach Johnson.
We're tied at 4-4. Al Wheaton, Coach Ronnie Arrow here. It's Theodore and MGM, the girls up first. Nice way to work that inside out. They get it down to Bingham. And it pays off for the Lady Bobcats.
Yeah, she was player of the year last year. She averaged 21 points and 10 rebounds last year. So it's always nice to have those girls back. They're averaging points and rebounds like
Martin
that.
goes to the hole, and she is fouled. That's going to be Jasmine Bingham's second foul, Coach Arrow. She's picked up 2 quick ones. 3rd team foul for the Lady Bobcats.
Yeah, that's not good with her having 2 quick fouls.
Headed to the line, Daisha Broughton shooting 72% from the charity stripe on the season, and she makes the first.
You know, I hope I don't jinx anybody, but this is the first game that started out where both teams are making free throws.
I agree.
Every time we go to a game, the free throws are just null and void. There you
so
go.
far, MGM 4 for 4. And that's really keeping them in the ball game. They've
really
only made 1 basket, but they've made all 4 free throw attempts.
And what's it doing? It's getting Theodore in foul trouble with their big girls. I wouldn't be surprised if Jasmine's coming out of the game right now.
Floyd puts up a 3.
Oh, in and out.
Rims out. Nice rebound right there by Fatu Bain. They're going to call possession on the floor. Let's see where the arrow's pointing, and it is pointing in the way of MGM. Substitution coming in. They're going to take Jasmine Bingham off the floor. Aubrey Crenshaw, 5'8" junior, steps into the ball game to play down low for the Lady Bobcats as we approach 2 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. Bennett gets it over. They work it down to Thornburg. Back outside. Barton with the three, rims out, gets her own rebound. Nice action right there by Barton. Coach can't get the return jumper to go back in.
Crenshaw was right there for the charge. She didn't step in there and take it. She could have had a charge there.
McCarroll, warning point for the Lady Bobcats. 5'7" sophomore.
Minute 47 seconds left to go. They might sit on it for a last shot. When you're on the road, you don't usually go as fast as you do when you're at home. But when I say that, there's an air ball.
Fatu Payne.
Both those
was
teams
no
are
good,
bad.
and that turnover is going to work for MGM's favor. So the Lady Vikings are going to get this with just over 90 seconds here remaining in the first quarter.
I've got 4 turnovers for MGM and 3 turnovers for Theodore. Generally, by now, there's been about 8 or 9 turnovers. They've been handling the ball. They've had some turnovers, but for the majority of it, it's been good passing.
Working it around the perimeter, trying to set up, and there's the shot off the glass. No good for Jenkins. Rebound goes down to Theodore as they push it across the timeline with just over a minute to play here in the first quarter. Floyd in the corner that gives up the three. She passes it back.
Coach was on the sideline pulling up McCarroll to hold the ball. To get the ball inside, they're just not finishing. Officials are letting them play.
They are letting them play. 2 attempts right there come up shorthanded for Theodore. On the other end, on the floor, they're fighting for it. It's going to be kicked out of bounds off the knee. I think it's going to remain with MGM.
For MGM, they want Paris Bennett to have the ball, but sometimes she gets too fast and then bad things happen. But for the general part, most time, they want the ball in her hands, but she's got to learn when to hold them, when to fold them.
Kristen McNeil checks in for the Lady Vikings. She's going to play post up down low. They're trying to post her up. Working it across the floor. Back to Broughton.
Got 22 seconds. Let's see if they're going to be patient enough to get a good shot.
Get it down low. Got to watch those feet for McNeil.
Short. Good rebound.
Nice rebound by Crenshaw, Coach Aaron.
Yep. Big, strong. Let's see if they get one shot.
Fatu Bain shoots the three and
nails
it right near the buzzer. That's a nice three right there by the Lady Bobcats. Fatu Bain drops it in. We'll take a break and come back and bring you the second quarter. Very competitive first quarter here. Theodore's on top, 9-6.
There's a lot to like about Mobile County Public Schools.
What I enjoy about Mobile County School is the extra attention my teachers give us to help us learn.
Teachers are liking their access to technology, and students are liking the quality of their education.
I like the technology that's been incorporated into my education.
And since 1826, you have trusted us to prepare your child for their future, and we like that. Mobile County Public Schools. We are learning today, leading tomorrow.
Parents, make sure you mark your calendars. It is headed your way. Yes, Christmas break coming up December 18th through January the 3rd. Students will return to class January the 4th. It is that time of the year, Coach Arrow. Christmas break. I know the kids are counting down. I'm counting down in my house for the twins.
Yeah, I tell you, I imagine the teachers are going through a little craziness right now while the kids are getting a little wilder and wilder ready for Christmas break.
Oh, yeah, the time is drawing now. We'll put it to you like that. And see, my kitchen and my living room are now turned into science project areas for my twins. So we're trying to get them out, get them on out the door.
Do they just make one or they make two?
Oh, it's one for each, Coach Aaron.
One for each.
Oh,
there
yeah. We're wearing out Walmart and Dollar General, bro. Trust, believe you me. Second quarter here, Theodore starts on top, 9-6. A very competitive first quarter we had. MGM only made one shot attempt, and they made 4 free throws, so that basically kept them in the ball game in the first quarter.
Coach is trying to get them coach is trying to get them to pass the ball around. They look confused right now. Take a timeout.
So Coach Tassie Worsham, she's going to call a timeout here. I believe it will be a 30-second timeout. It's kind of similar to what Coach Tori Johnson did in the first quarter, Coach Arrow.
Yep, it was a good timeout. She saw that the girls wasn't moving the ball. We're not moving the ball like they should. They were standing. That's not good when you're going against a tough defense like what they are going against MGM.
We said Coach Johnson, she's in her first year here at MGM. Last season, the Lady Vikings went 14-10, and they made it to the regionals. They lost to Prattville, so that's not a bad look for the Lady Vikings. So Coach Johnson trying to have a repeat to get further along into the tournament as the season unwinds. Currently right now sitting at 3-4. A lot of these teams, Coach Arrow, they're kind of playing out of, if you want to say, out of area and out of classification. As we get near the end of the year, they'll start playing more area games in January.
Yeah. The thing is, early, you want to play good teams. You want to play teams that you're supposed to win. You don't want to get too easy. You don't want to get too hard. There's
5-2, Bain drains the 3 for Theodore. Bennett presses it up the floor. As you said, she's got nice tempo when she dribbles, Coach Arrow.
Now, again, that was, like you said, that was a good timeout. They started moving the ball and got a good shot. Nice drive.
Drops it down low to McNeil. Her basket no good. Here's a 3 attempt right here. Rims out.
Good, tough rebound.
Jasmine Bingham down low. Cleans the glass for the Lady Bobcats.
There was no doubt who had that rebound.
Oh, yeah, no doubt about it. She's 5'11" down low, the tallest player on Theodore's team. It's a turnover.
Nice post defense by McNeil.
Lady Vikings pressing it. Bennett down low. Her shot
that was a foul.
Blocked by McCarroll. And look at Bingham down low trying to get the rebound. And the nice putback jumper. I got to give the Oscar performance to Jordan Jenkins. She tried to get the foul, Coach Arrow.
Twice. Not once, but twice.
I'll give her credit. I'll give her
This is an important possession here that they need to hold them, because if they score here, they get up another few points. It's 12-8 right now. They'd be up 6 points. They need to get a good hold right here, not let them score.
Working it across, Bain wide open.
Tell you what, they do that a lot.
And look at the rebound, put back, and Parkland Floyd, she couldn't get it to go in. Another rebound and put back, and it is good for Theodore. Tatiana Spinks, her first bucket of the night.
That was a shame, because Thornburg took the ball down, had a good rebound, then it got knocked out of her hands from behind. Both these teams are really passing the ball around the horn good. And they're throwing over. Oh, from here at the angle we're at, those shots look like they're going in.
And Deja Broughton's 3, no good for MGM. McCarroll, no one was home. She threw it out there. She thought, I believe, Bingham was back there to receive the pass, but no one was home. But fortunately, no turnover. Right at the charity stripe, Spinks, the ball is stolen, but gotten back by Theodore.
Nice pass, penetrating pitch, working the ball around. Spinks looks like she's tired. She's sort of just standing at the free throw line.
I'm with you there, Coach Arrow.
Here she goes, sliding down.
As she goes down on the block, Thornburg pushes it out.
See, that way you feed the post right there is exactly the reasons why I like to bounce pass into the post. You throw it up a little high, and even in that time they poked the ball away. I don't think it was a foul.
Take a look at the name of our officials tonight: Carlos Taylor, Jamar Matthews, and Armand Bayatpour. Calling the action tonight for us. They'll be doing both games, the girls. After this, the boys will be coming up as well.
Here's Theodore in their 1-2-2 zone. Again, they missed down there, so they go into one of those.
Down low they go. Shot no good by Bailey Campbell, trying to put pressure on Theodore. Thornburg gets a hand up and creates the turnover. And MGM trying to get points off of this takeaway here if they can. Harris Bennett to the hole. Nice bucket right there by the 5'4" senior guard.
She would not be denied on that one. Now let's see if they get another hold. They're back in that 2-3 zone. Sometimes it looks like a 1-1-3 when they come out and take the ball.
Bain wide open. She works it down low to Bingham. They're going to say the foul is on the floor. Calling that foul on Hartley Thornburg. That's Thornburg's first foul for the ball game. first team foul this quarter for MGM.
I don't know if coach wants them to guard from behind, but it's going to be tough guarding Jasmine Bingham from behind. You're going to have to get around three-quarter or front her.
Oh, they work it down low. Shot no good by Sadie Grimes.
Got it back.
But they get it back. So good defensive, good hustle play right there.
I like
by the Lady
McCarroll.
Bobcats.
I like McCarroll. She's got a heady shoulder. She won't force it. She won't take it in there and
Yeah.
turn the ball over. If it's not there, she pulls it out. All young kids watching, that's the way it should be done.
Back down low again and count that one and one coming up. Back-to-back fouls on Hartley Thornburg as Bingham gets the bucket and she'll go to the line for continuation.
See, that's exactly what I'm saying. You cannot guard Jasmine that low down from behind. She's a beast down there. When she gets it, she's going up with you. You have no chance.
And Theodore 1 and 1. That's their first free throw attempt tonight, Coach Arrow, as we are past the midway point of the second quarter.
Now they made the bucket. Here comes a 1-2-2 three-quarter and a layup.
So steal by Parkland Floyd.
Coach probably need to get another timeout.
Easy lay-in right there. 19-10 is our score. 3-possession ball game here.
Now they're in a 2-2-1, another deflection.
5-2 Bain with that deflection.
Paris is going to have to take care of the ball better than what she's doing if they're going to be successful tonight.
They try to feed it down low to Grimes. They throw it away. MGM's basketball.
I really like the way Paris plays, but sometimes she just gets overboard with her penetration. She needs to see it better. Here at that 2-2-1, three-quarter, half-court, trapping out of it, and a block's called.
Foul on the play. I believe they may have gotten Grimes on that one. Yep, that'll be Grimes' first foul, first team foul for Theodore this quarter. Checking in for Theodore. Oh, go ahead, Coach.
Theodore's going to have a really nice year. They've got outside kids that know how to play the game. You got Jasmine inside. Really, really good team effort, inside, outside. They're going to have a nice year.
Kelsey Collins checks in for Theodore. They're trying to feed it down low. Right there from the charity stripe. Shot no good for Summer Evans. Rebound and bringing it up the floor. McCarroll once again for the Lady Bobcats.
This is a pivotal moment in this game. It could get ugly, or they could start catching up and playing some good defense and go in maybe 5-6 points down at halftime.
Working it over to Fatu Bain. Get it to Grimes. Back out. Theodore
See, they started front. They started front. Jasmine down low, not letting her get it now. That's
Shot
a good
by
call
Grimes.
by Coach.
Theodore could not get the rebound. It goes out, so it'll be turnover. MGM's basketball.
Need to score here. Good defense. Now you got to make offense out of your defense.
Approaching 2 minutes remaining here in the second quarter. Evans works it back over to Broughton. Back to Broughton, they go wide open. Paris Bennett, she thought about taking the three, going to work it back out.
She had the shot, but she turned it down.
Broughton's going to drive in.
Had a pitch person over here for a shot.
No foul, Coach. They are letting them play.
I thought that might have been a foul.
You may have to draw blood to get the call tonight.
Got to be a bone showing before they're going to call it tonight. Back in their 2-3 zone. That middle of that 2-3 zone, if they would flash in there, that middle's open where they can either catch it and shoot it or throw it to the backside.
Wide open.
See how they're fronting now, Jasmine?
They are. They're kind of doubling her as well.
Yeah.
And they're leaving Kelsey Collins wide open. She works it down, tries to force it down. It actually does not pay off.
See, once you get used to doing something, feeding Jasmine like that, you're going to do it. You're going to feed them, whether she's got one or two and another turnover.
And the pressure pays off. Kelsey Collins with the easy steal and score for Theodore. We were stuck at 19-10 for about 2 minutes.
Now all of a sudden they got 10 turnovers.
Theodore up 11. Nice way to work it inside. Shot no good. Williamson just a little too hard with that layup attempt. Checking in for MGM, Jordan Jenkins, and for Theodore checking in, Tatiana Spinks. and also Parkland Floyd, and also giving Jasmine Bingham a break. She has 2 fouls. Aubrey Crenshaw is going to come in down low.
She got those 2 fouls early.
She got them early.
Since.
Has not had a foul since, Coach Arrow. We're less than 1 minute to play here in the first half.
We're going to see how MGM plays without Paris Bennett. She's usually the one they want to have the ball. And if she's out, let's see if they function as good or better without her in there.
MGM looks like they're going to try to hold for the last shot. Down 11 right here.
32 seconds. Let's see if they can do it.
Broughton thought about the 3. Going to drive in with the Euro step.
Euro. How about
and
that?
The bucket counts for MGM. She put on the Euro, and it paid off.
For you young kids, when you use the Euro, that was perfect. She set them up like she was going to run right over for a charge and did the Euro, went right by her. Good for her.
So Theodore is going to get the last shot here. Floyd works it down to Crenshaw.
Yeah.
Oh, the iron unkind for Theodore. And MGM cannot get the shot off. 21-12 is our score at the end of 2 quarters. We'll take a break and be back, and we'll bring you some stats as well. You're watching Tuesday Night Hoops on the MCPSS TV network.
I'm Keith Blackwood, your Mobile County District Attorney. I want to remind you about the truancy laws. 5 unexcused absences requires you to attend the early warning truancy program. Failure to attend the early warning truancy program can cause you to appear before a judge in circuit court. We need you to stay in school. This is a serious law, and it needs to be taken very seriously. I wish you and your family a safe, happy, and successful school year.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Ayla, hi.
Oh, hi, Sierra. How are you?
Good. How are things?
Things couldn't be better.
What do you mean?
Well, I just started this new job as a school teacher with the Mobile County Public Schools, and it has been a life changer. Great benefits, the hours are great, and great students. Just so overall, it's a great opportunity.
Oh, wow, that sounds great. Yeah. I'm going to look into that.
You should.
For more information, visit mcpss.com/job opportunities.
It's your time, it's your season, and you are made for more. More confidence, more style, and more bling. The Genuine Bling is here to deliver you more bling and more fashion. With new styles added daily, you can shop anytime and look fabulous. Join me, Charmaine Watson, on the $5 Frenzy every Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday at 7 p.m. on Facebook Live. It's cute, it's fabulous, it's fashionable, it's $5, it's paparazzi.
Each month, more than 90 guns are reported stolen from unlocked vehicles, creating the potential of serious injury or death.
Lock it up.
Many violent acts and crimes are committed with stolen guns.
Lock it up.
According to ATF, stolen guns pose a substantial threat to public safety.
Lock it up.
Be responsible. Take time to record your handgun serial number and secure it from thieves. Lock it up.
Lock it up for me.
High school students, are you looking for a way to become a better leader? Then the Junior Officers Training Corps may be what you're seeking. If you would like to develop self-reliance, learn ways to be more responsible, and improve your communication skills, you can do that and more when you register for the Junior Officers Training Corps. The JROTC program is available to all high school students in Mobile County. JROTC, we build a better you.
Mobile County Public Schools completes about $100 million in school construction each year.
and we're looking for new contractors and construction vendors to help us ensure that all students are learning in top-notch facilities. Is your company interested in becoming a construction vendor for Mobile County Public Schools so you can bid on these projects? We need contractors, plumbers, HVAC installers, roofers, electricians, painters, and more. Follow these steps to become a vendor. Number 1, complete the vendor application online. Under System, select Business, and then under Resources, click Vendor Online Application. Number 2, enter the vendor portal. Click Apply to agree to the terms and click Save and Next. Number 3, enter your business information as prompted. A tax ID number or social security number will be required to complete the application. At the bottom of each page, click Save and Next. To find out what projects are currently open for bidding, visit mcpss.com/bid invitation. Follow MCPSS Facilities Facebook page and email facilities to receive notifications. Complete these easy steps, and your company soon may be part of Team MCPSS.
Mobile County Public Schools, the place that has it all. We have 90 schools that include rural, urban, and suburban schools of various sizes. We are also home to Alabama's first public school. We welcome you to come join our winning team. Our district is led by the 2020 Superintendent of the Year, Mr. Cressel D. Threadgill. Our teachers are leaders in their profession who are afforded numerous professional development opportunities. Our principals are collaborators and encouragers. Our schools are leading in innovation and instruction. And most importantly, our students who are learning today, leading tomorrow, are simply the best. If you want to live in a historically rich city near beautiful beaches with superb southern hospitality, we invite you to come teach with the best. Team MCPSS.
A teacher is one of the biggest investors in a community.
They impact the lives of those we value the most.
Teachers share knowledge which helps shape and mold our future leaders.
Teachers show direction and help build a sense of purpose. Are you ready to make a change? For more information on teaching opportunities, teacher incentives, or to apply with the Mobile County Public Schools, log on to www.mcpss.com.
What's the matter, baby?
To stay home when sick. Parents, it's important for your child to remain at home without the use of medications. Please help us maintain a healthy learning environment.
We welcome you back to the campus of Mary G. Montgomery. Our halftime score, Theodore on top 21-12 in the first ball game when they met a couple weeks ago, Coach Arrow. The score was 41-28. So right now, Theodore on pace almost to hit that same score average.
That nasty stat, turnovers.
What you got so far?
Theodore has 8, and MGM has 14. So you've got to take care of the ball. That's 14, that's 28 turnovers.
Yeah.
But here's another difference. 55 points is what Theodore's averaging, and 29 points for
MGM is averaging. Okay. Take a look at the stats right there. Field goals, as you can see, MGM has put them up. They're just not making them. 4 for 16 right now. And for Theodore, 9 for 24. And the three-pointers, Theodore definitely hitting them, 2 for 5. We talked about MGM. They're not pulling the trigger. They could be shooting more threes and coach try to get that average up.
You know, the rebounds is close. Montgomery's hanging in there with their real good rebounders from Theodore, 8, 10. The free throws, you know, the biggest thing is the turnovers.
Right.
Turnovers. You cannot turn the ball over that much. And truthfully, I thought that MGM has done a really good job when at the end they kept Jasmine off the boards. They started double teaming her from front and back. She didn't get the ball.
You're right, but that one thing to talk about for Theodore, they played Saturday down in St. Martin. They lost that ball game, but a huge thing happened for Theodore Friday night when they played BC Rain. Jasmine Bingham picked up her 1,000th point when they played BC Rain. They got the win. I asked Coach Warsham, did they give you a ball? She said, yeah, we stopped the action and gave her a ball. So that's a huge thing, Coach Arrow.
That's a huge thing. That's why she was Player of the Year last year. That's why she averaged 20 points and 10 rebounds last year. It's nice to have those kind of players back.
We're going to take a break and bring you the second half coming up. It's Theodore and MGM. The ladies are going at it right here. 21-12, Theodore on top.
Hey Alexa, tell me about Mobile County Public Schools.
With 53,000 students in 90 schools, Mobile County Public Schools equips and empowers college and career-ready graduates. Several MCPSS schools are ranked among Alabama's top 10. Yearly, graduating students earned about $110 million in college scholarships and 10,000 career credentials. MCPSS is learning today, leading tomorrow. Does that answer your question?
If you look at the numbers, Mobile County Public Schools is making great strides. With more than 53,000 students, 7,000 employees, and 90 schools, we are consistently increasing our four-year graduation rate and our first-class pre-K program. We continue to strive for national recognition and continue to prepare our students for the global workforce. And we do all of this with one goal in mind, to equip and empower college and career-ready graduates. Mobile County Public Schools. We're learning today, leading tomorrow.
We welcome you back to Tuesday Night Hoops. Al Whedon, Coach Ronnie Arrow on the campus of MGM. Right now the Lady Vikings are down, trying to get back into this ball game. Coach Arrow, if you were talking to your girls, if you're Coach Tori Johnson, what are you telling the Lady Vikings? What are you looking for them to do in the second half to get back in this game?
We've got to contain Jasmine Bingham like we did. Front sandwiching her, not letting her get the ball. She's a terrific player inside, but when she can't get the ball, she can't score. Keep her off the boards and just give them one shot. They're giving them 2 and 3 shots. That's too many. Take care of the ball.
All right. That's kind of your, we'll call that the mid-game Arrows targets.
There you go.
The mid-game Arrows targets.
That sounded easy, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
Do all those things.
Now, you got to execute it.
Yeah.
Wide open. Deja Broughton shot no good. Theodore had the pressure on the MGM as they bring it up the floor.
Again, being very patient. MGM back in that 2-3 zone, taking the first pass, guarding the middle better than what they have. If they would flash, see, they're just sitting or setting a player there. If they would flash that player there, she would be open quicker. Can't just stand there and expect to get the ball.
Floyd works it over to Fatu Bain. Back to Floyd it goes.
Good
over to
ball
McCarroll. They definitely have great ball movement here for the Lady Bobcats.
See, they're doing it much. It's going to be tough for Jasmine to get the ball. How's that for respect when you start calling the players by their first name, not their last name? And Jasmine, not Bingham, Jasmine.
Well, they definitely keeping her covered down low as that zone is moving. They make sure they're having 2 bodies near Bingham down low on the block there. They work it in to Spinks, and she's going to take the shot, no good. Rebound comes off to Broughton.
They might want her to get the ball rather than Jasmine.
Wide open on the other end of the floor. Hartley Thornburg.
Nice look up the court.
Drops it in with the easy lay-in for MGM.
Now get a couple steals, play some good defense, get a good shot down there, get back into this game. 7 points down, that's not bad. They're holding them 21 points, that's good. Holding them only to that many because they're averaging 55 points a game.
Theodore being patient, working through this zone.
Here's
double teaming
again
on Bingham. They get the turnover. Thornburg is trapped down in the corner. You don't want to be in that dead man's corner. And MGM looks up, the ball is out on Theodore.
For all you young players, exactly what you don't do. Do not ever, ever pick the ball up with nobody to pass it to. If you don't have a shot, just retreat with the ball, see the vision, see who's open. Throw over the zone.
Back over to Broughton. She drives in with the left hand. No good. Nice rebound by Jasmine Bingham. Bringing it up the floor. McCarroll As they're letting Bingham come down to get set up on the block here. They feed it to
There
her.
it is. Yeah,
they
she
beat
was
the
there
double
late.
team, and she is fouled on the play.
Yeah, she got there late, unfortunately. She's got to get there where it's a complete sandwich.
Foul on Deja Broughton, her first foul, and first team foul for the Lady Vikings. Going to the line. Bingham, she was 1 for 1 in the first half.
Shooting 80%. Shooting 80% from the free throw line.
And think about that, Coach Arrow. Theodore went to the foul stripe once in the first half.
Yeah. Well, at 5'10", I would think that she's going to get some knife offers.
Makes both of them.
80% free throw shooter. Good for her.
That practice is paying off for the young lady.
Here we go back to the 2-2-1 backcourt.
And Fatu Bain with the
travel.
steal. No traveling called on the play. Coach Arrow spotted it as well. Good shot of Paris.
You only get
right
that
there.
many. You only get that many steps in the NBA or AWBA.
And that's when they don't call it,
Yeah.
right?
Plus you can have 2 more, I think. Oh.
Bennett tries to get down low, and they cannot convert. Another turnover.
Good back rotation on Theodore's part. Now see, Spinks is just standing. She'll go up there and stand at they need to flash up there where there's an empty spot. Now, wherever Jasmine's going, they've got playing man-to-man plus 1 behind her.
Floyd tried to feed it down low. Pressure they put on Thornburg, but she gets out of it. Harris double team. Bennett escapes, goes to Broughton. That's a 3. Shot no good.
This will not go in for them. I thought that one was in. You know, they're getting the good shots. Just got to go in. And, you know, they struggle when you're only averaging 29 points a game. You've got to make every shot that you take. So they struggle to score.
Back over to Floyd once again as they feed it to Grimes. Coach Tassie Warsham shouting out instructions to her Lady Bobcats.
See, now they're more into just a 2-2 with a chaser on.
Nice give and go right there from Grimes to Floyd. That was nice, Coach Arrow.
See, they stopped bringing the back sandwich. They're staying on the back side. They're not sandwiching like they were.
Hartley
Nice shot.
Thornburg stops, pops, and drops. Timeout called by Tori Johnson and the Lady Vikings. She wants 30 seconds to discuss it. Down 9 points right now. Take a look at the replay here. Here's the shot from Thornburg.
Nice shot. Nice follow through. And that was with a hand in her face.
That was almost like a set shot there, Coach Arrow.
Yeah.
Something you don't see very often nowadays.
You know, when girls play, a lot of the times they do set shots because of strength factor. Very rarely do you see them get up at this level. There are some, but to get up off the ground and make that nice follow through.
We talked about Coach Warsham earlier in her second year at Theodore. They went 27-10 last year. Overall, she is 217 and 92 for her career. Has a 702 winning percentage. She coached for 6 years at Minor High School and coached for 4 years over Mississippi at Wayne County High. So she is well experienced in her own right, Coach Arrow.
And I think last year they went to Elite 8.
They made to the Elite 8, lost to McGill in the Elite 8.
She's a good coach.
She is. She's a good coach.
We have 2 good coaches here. Tell you what, both these teams throw over the zone a lot.
Sure
I like that.
And they're very patient, taking their time as well. Back over the top to Bain. They're trying to get it down to Bingham or Grimes. Grimes going to come out here to the wing. They push it back out again.
Jasmine needs to dive to the open spots. She's just sort of walking up to the spots. She's standing right now. She might be a little tired.
Working it over to Fatu Bain.
She had 3 girls on her that time. Better get around. She's going to pin you again.
But you can see him trying to get down to Bingham.
Pass and cut through. Good motion. That's a down pick, a bad pass, so she would have had a shot.
And there's the steal by Paris Bennett. Looks like she's going to take it to the hole, but a travel once again. No, actually, they're going to call offensive foul on Bennett. That is her second foul of the game.
Who am I to rap about officials. I don't know about that call.
Well, she put that elbow on the coach on the replay. She leaned in with the elbow.
She got that better angle.
Now I was cheating off the replay from Charles right there.
Okay.
Appreciate you in the truck, Charles Martin, our replay guy.
We got some good people that Jasmine kicks it
That's
out
off
of
the
bounds.
foot of Jasmine Bingham. Turnover. It's MGM's ball.
I know Coach Johnson, when they don't have a sandwich on Jasmine, then she gets upset. Every time they've done that, she has not gotten the ball. When they're being late on the back sandwich, they're getting her the ball.
The lead is 9 for Theodore. MGM trying to cut into it. You can't trade baskets. You got to play some defense.
So that's too much dribbling, not getting anything done.
Asia
Nice
Broughton.
pass.
The bounce pass down low.
Nice. Just
shot no good
tough.
by Bailey Campbell. They're fighting for it.
They are. I feel bad for them because they're working the ball. They're getting in there.
That's a 3 hit by Deja Broughton all the way from House Ferry Road. She drains it in front of the crew, and the folks are excited here.
6 points. Back to 6 points.
He's back to 6.
In modern math, in today's game, is that still 6 points?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you in the new math? Okay, good.
The way that scoreboard is looking, 25-19. No foul on the play. Turnover by Parkland Floyd. 2-score game right now with less than 2 minutes to play in the third quarter.
She went baseline, ran out of real estate. There wasn't anywhere to go. She got caught behind the goal.
The Lady Vikings have put up 7 points here in the quarter.
You know, one of the things that we teach in our classroom with our kids is when you drive like that is an opportunity time to do a Euro from the baseline. You don't see that very often, but that would have been ideal. She set them up baseline to do a Euro back to the middle.
Coach, you have to give her a classroom coupon to stop by.
Yeah, she needs to come to the classroom.
Come to the classroom.
And you know what? The first time one of the kids do it, they're set on it. They do it over and over.
Just like riding a bike.
Yes, sir.
McCarroll running point for the Lady Bobcats. 5'7" sophomore working it over to Bingham. Looks like Bingham's going to play this entire quarter for the Bobcats. They try to feed it down to her.
Again.
Thornburg gets it out this time. No pressure on her. Jordan Jenkins leading the fast break up the floor. You can see the floor a bit slippery. We're under 1 minute. Wide open. Deja Broughton thought about the 3, pulled it down instead as they set up the offense here. Broughton is going to try to force it down low, and a foul on the play.
Right now,
called on Fatu Bain. That's her first.
Right now, Theodore's turning the ball over. I have them down for 5 turnovers to 3 turnovers. So they're turning over more right now than MGM.
Over and back violation against MGM. Can't have that mental mistake. That was crucial, Coach. It's a 2-score ball game. That's a crucial turnover.
I see some people over here in the stands saying, that's not backcourt. That's not backcourt.
Well, on that particular inbounds, it was.
You know, now and then the officials do get it right. Uh-oh.
Grimes wide open down low.
Nice spin move.
Sure did. Could not get him to come off the glass.
Good call.
It's MGM's ball. No foul on the play.
No bone, no foul.
But I like how Grimes put it up, Coach. It came off. She fought for it. She didn't give up. She stayed with it.
Effort. Coaches love effort.
Lady Vikings really came alive here in the third quarter. They've put up 7 points. Here's a shot off the side of the backboard. Less than 2 seconds, Theodore is just going to run it out. So at the end of 3, Theodore is still on top, 25-19, but a nice showing by MGM in the third quarter. The fourth quarter headed your way up next. You're watching Tuesday Night Hoops.
Do you feel alone, overwhelmed, or helpless?
There's hope. There's hope. Call or text 988.
You don't have to face your crisis alone. If you need a safe space to talk with a trusted adult for support, reach out to your school counselor.
Do you need help to make it through everyday struggles?
Do you need someone to talk to?
Call or text 988. Your social emotional wellness is worth it.
Remember, there's hope, there's help.
This is a program for any middle school student who's actually behind. This opportunity offers kids a chance to do 2 grades in 1 year.
If it wasn't for Star Academy, I would still be in 8th grade and probably still struggling.
We are one-on-one. We have small classrooms and we're able to give students that personal touch, that personal attention.
I know I'm coming to see good teachers, good attitude, and also they're here to teach us what we need to learn.
The purpose of the Mobile County Public School System is to equip and empower college and career-ready graduates. At Mobile County Public Schools, we are learning today, leading tomorrow. You got it locked into Tuesday Night Hoops. Al Whedon, Coach Ronnie Arrow, bringing you the action here from MGM. It's 4th quarter, Coach Arrow.
It's 4th quarter. It's time to both teams show the cream's got to come to the top. Only a 6-point ball game. I think a lot of people thought it might be a little bit different, but I tell you the difference right now this second half. They have stopped Jasmine from getting the ball. She was getting 2 easy shots in the first half. There they go with that sandwich again.
Putting the pressure on Theodore.
See, somebody needs a flash in there to the post, to the high post.
Carroll looking over to the sideline, getting instruction from Coach Worsham. As they pull it out, Coach Arrow, look at there, taking their time.
Hey, they got the lead. Probably going to try and pull them out of it. There they go. They're going to go man-to-man.
Yep.
Or they're going to go trap. Let's see. No, they're still in the zone, but they're trapping out of it on the first pass, I think.
Harris Bennett up on McCarroll. Floyd on the move. As Grimes heads down to the block up top, they got Bingham sitting right there near the top of the key.
McCarroll and Floyd do a really good job. Those are 2 heady guards.
And McCarroll's a sophomore, and Floyd is an 8th grader, Coach Arrow.
Yeah.
But she is playing some good ball here on the varsity level.
Can you imagine her, what, 3 more years?
Right.
3 more years, good gracious. Good for her. Taking time off the clock. Now they've matched up pretty much man-to-man. Let's see if they start running their man-to-man.
One thing is consistent. They're keeping 2 bodies near Jasmine Bingham at all times.
Well, they're still playing the zone. They got to come trap if they're going to trap, or they're just going to run that clock down.
Yeah, they're just going to eat
That's
clock.
That's a great, uh-oh. Didn't
Bingham
sandwich
down
her.
Low. There's the foul, and 1 as Bingham draws the foul.
Was there any doubt in anybody's mind in this gymnasium when she got that ball and she was taking it to the hole? If you don't, this is for other teams they're going to be playing. If you don't front or guard from the side or sandwich, she's a beast in there.
That foul on Bailey Campbell, her first foul. And back at the line shooting is Jasmine Bingham. As we said, she shoots 80% from the line. Coach Arrow, here's something. So far, Bingham has made all the free throws for Theodore tonight. She's the only one who's been to the line.
I can believe that because that's who they really going to, and they're letting them play. I mean, it's not like that they're calling everything. They're letting them play.
So far, Theodore 3 for 3 from the line here in the second half.
Another big possession for MGM. They need a stop here if they're going to stay having a chance.
Theodore forced that turnover after the free throw. Trying to really get this game open.
They got to come out of that zone. The time's clicking away.
Lead back up to 9 once again.
If you're not going to do that, you got to at least trap on the wings. And there's a turnover.
Unforced error committed right there by McCarroll. Couldn't get her hand all the way around the rock, and it hits the outline.
See, the difference right now is that Theodore's turning the ball over more than MGM. And now it wasn't the way it was the first half.
Harris beats the double team. Her shot no good.
Look out. Very smart with the ball. Carroll setting people up, not forcing it.
Pulls it out, takes her time. Back over to Floyd.
Those two, I like those two.
Yeah, they're making a good backcourt here for the Lady Bobcats.
Baines learning from them. I saw Coach Johnson call one, see if that's man-to-man defense. No backside help.
Over the top.
And again,
look at Jasmine Bingham. And she was fouled trying to get the rebound. She'll go back to the line for 2 shots. That foul's going to be on Paris Bennett, her 3rd.
Every time there was not a back sandwich starting the second half, she's gotten the ball, either got fouled or scored. When they did the back sandwich and sandwiched her, she didn't get the ball. That's the difference again. They were starting to catch up. Now they started letting her get the ball again. Bad things happen for the other team when she gets the ball low.
Timeout called by Tori Johnson. This is the full timeout. We'll take a 30-second break and come back, bring you more action here. It's Theodore and MGM, and the girls are getting at it.
Our children with special needs deserve a place to play. That is why we are coming together to build the Miracle League of West Mobile Schmidt Family Park. It will include a special needs ball field and playground, regulation baseball and softball fields, and more. We have raised more than $1 million and construction will start soon, but we need your help to complete the project. Visit mcpss.com/Miracle League to donate and to learn more. Any dollar amount will help bring a smile to a child's face. Together, we can make a miracle.
Join Homeroom with Renee Phillips and find out the latest homework tips and what's happening inside the schools and classrooms. It's Homeroom with Renee Phillips right here on the MCPSS TV network. All right, Coach Arrow, what's your homeroom tip right now for the Lady Vikings? What do they need to do? They're down 9 points with 4 minutes to play.
They got to take care of the ball. They got to get good shots. On defense, they can't let Jasmine get the ball down there. They cannot. They will not win the game if she gets the ball down there. Every time she's gotten it with no backside help, she's either gotten fouled, made her free throws, or she scored inside and got fouled. Tell you what, I don't know how much. I don't know how much she's being recruited, but she should be. I'm gonna tell a few people about her.
You got connections. You know people, Coach Arrow.
I don't know about that, but.
So you got a friend who got a friend, huh?
Maybe. After you've been out a while, those you find out who your real friends are.
Hey, I understand that, Coach Arrow. You're right about that. MGM forces it down low. Couldn't get it to Thornburg. Another turnover committed by the Lady Vikings.
Well, if they just caught up for the second half, they got the same amount of turnovers. That's why they've stopped scoring. They've been on 19 for at least 2 minutes now, maybe 3.
Theodore up 10 right now with 4 minutes to play here in the 4th quarter. Don't forget, coming up next, the boys will be in action, so you get this double hitter on Tuesday Night Hoops here on the MCPSS TV network. So don't you move. When this one wraps up, we'll have more action headed your way.
Thornburg is helping from the backside, so again, Jasmine's not getting the ball.
Carroll tries to force it in there.
Another turnover.
And it's stolen. A foul on the play. Tatiana Spinks picks up her first foul for Theodore. First team foul for the Lady Bobcats this quarter.
I have 22 turnovers to 15 turnovers.
Pressure on Thornburg.
Oh, had a girl open.
Thought she was going to kick it out.
Yeah, I did too.
To Jenkins. Jenkins was wide open at the 3. And look at Parkland Floyd coast to coast, but she's fouled on the play. Taking it to the hole hard.
I'm going to make a prediction that Theodore is going to go a long way this year because they're just going to get better and better. And you know what? So is MGM. The difference in this game right now is a young lady by the name of Jasmine Bingham.
It is.
There's not too many players like her on their team.
Free throw attempt by Floyd. No good. She shoots 80% from the charity stripe, but she misses that one. foul called on Bailey Campbell of MGM, her second foul.
Nice follow through.
Floyd drops in the second one.
Now they're going to come get her, see if they can get some more turnovers. See, they made their free throw, they changed their defense up. They just don't force it.
Asia Broughton to the hole.
Right in there, good.
Drops it in.
Bringing it right back.
Lead back to 9 with 3 minutes left to play. And I think Bailey Campbell is hurt on the other end of the floor. Coach Johnson's going to have to call a timeout. I don't know if it's her ankle or her leg.
Well, that shouldn't be a timeout. The official should have called the timeout. They shouldn't give her a timeout.
We'll take a break right here as they try to get her off the floor for injury timeout.
You know, Coach Johnson, she doesn't get excited very often. You know, I think that's a plus for her because that's her temperament. She keeps the same temperament all the time. Good, bad, or indifferent.
Yeah, none of the officials
she's a little upset now.
Yeah, she's kind of giving it to Alma Mbayapur, but we'll take a break right quick, come back, bring you more action for Tuesday Night Hoops.
What's the matter, baby? You're not feeling good?
School-aged children are at a higher risk of getting and spreading germs and viruses. To help protect the spread, students are encouraged to stay home when sick. Parents, it's important for your child to remain at home at least 24 hours after they no longer have a fever of 100 degrees or higher without the use of medications. Please help us maintain a healthy learning environment.
Action back on the floor here at MGM. Theodore trying to play keep away, and they throw it away, Coach Arrow. A turnover. MGM still in this game, only down 3 possessions here.
You know,
3 scores rather.
For the young people watching, a bounce pass that close is not good. You know, that ball should have been delivered sooner than what it was. She got too close to it and then tried to bounce pass it off their ankles.
Martin goes in and she's fouled on the play. Foul called on Tatiana Spinks, her second foul. And second team foul for Theodore. And coach, with 2 minutes and 13 seconds remaining in the game, MGM goes to the free throw line for the first time in the second half.
You know, again, I think MGM has done a great job of defending. They've got 30 points. Theodore's got 30 points, and they're averaging 55. So they've done it defensively. It's just offensively, they've struggled to score.
Trapping and putting pressure on Theodore right now. And the Lady Bobcats break the trap.
Nice pass.
Feed it down low to Jasmine Bingham. And on cue, as I've said 2 other times tonight, and 1 coming up for Bingham, Coach Arrow.
And you know, as good a free throw shooter she is at shooting at 80%, you know, that's all positive.
4th team foul against MGM. That one on Deja Broughton, her second. And Jasmine Bingham makes the free throw.
It all came from Floyd making the good decision to penetrate and pitch to her for a wide open layup.
Less than 2 minutes remaining here in the ball game. And we have a foul on the floor, I believe.
Yeah, I think the foul is going to be on Paris.
I believe it's going to be, Paris. I believe that may be an offensive foul. Oh, no, it's on offensive foul on Kristen McNeil. I saw Carlos Taylor put up 40, and I was looking for a red number, but that's Bingham, Coach. I was like, he's missing 4 fingers, but no, it was offensive foul. That's what it was.
You know, at any level that you play at, any teams have got to have good guards, and I've been very impressed with Floyd and McCarroll. You know, you got 2 good guards, heady guards, that know what they're doing out there, when to hold them, when to fold them. And you've got a big girl inside that can finish, can shoot free throws. Now, there's a lot of college players inside that can't shoot free throws.
Got to shoot your free throw. That can really make a big difference. McCarroll misses both of them, but Parkland Floyd gets the rebound. I guess you would call her Johnny on the spot.
Yeah.
Back-to-back fouls on Christian McNeil, and that's the 5th team foul against MGM.
And it's a shame because McNeil had inside position. She just didn't jump, wasn't ready, I guess, to get the ball. And there's Floyd again, very active, very active.
Makes the first one. Right now, Theodore 7 for 9 from the free throw line here in the second half of the ball game.
Floyd is an 8th grader.
8th grader,
that
Coach
plays
Harold.
like at least a junior,
I
both
agree.
skill-wise and both knowledgeable-wise. She's been around.
Very good basketball IQ for that young 8th grader. She's got a bright future headed her way. Ball stolen, tipped by Grimes, but Jasmine Bingham brings it home. And pushing it up the floor once again to Maya McCarroll. Timeout call by Coach Worsham for Theodore. Let's see if she calls a 30 or a full here with about 92 seconds remaining in the ball game. She does want a full timeout, so we'll take a quick break as well. 1:32 remaining here. Theodore all on top and in control.
Part of the experience of going to the Mobile Museum of Art is that it's there for everyone.
Art is there to inspire, to give you other perspectives, and to make you think outside of yourself.
The museum offers a critical service to the culture of the community.
It's providing the opportunity to have eyes open.
We welcome you back to the campus of MGM. Coming up next, Theodore versus MGM in the boys action. And Coach, I was just telling our engineer, Fran Conaway, man, the pictures are looking great tonight. I don't know what it is about the signal out here in Sims, but we're giving you not 1080p, 2160p and F and all that. I mean,
we can see
pictures
numbers.
looking great.
We can see numbers.
We can see the numbers. We can see the faces. We can see freckles, everything.
Again, if we can shorten those ponytails, we can see the numbers even better.
We really could see the numbers a little better.
It's got to be. They need to put a new rule in.
Theodore are pretty much in control. And Bingham foul down low. That one could possibly be against Thornburg, and it is. Picks up her 3rd foul.
Jasmine Bingham needs every night to put Floyd and McCarroll to sleep because they've gotten her at least a third of her points by penetrating and pitching to her.
Bingham misses the first. Good shot right there. Coach Worsham talking to Parkland Floyd, giving her some instruction.
She probably was saying, I sure am glad you got 3 more years.
Is that what it was, Coach Aaron?
I think that's what it was.
Wow, Bingham misses both of them, surprises us. But she's put in good work tonight, Coach Harold.
Let me take that back. I think it's 4 years.
4 years? There you go.
She got 4 years left.
Technically, yes. Technically, yes. Approaching 1 minute left in the ball game here. Shot put up, no good by McNeil. Theodore with the rebound. Coming across the floor, taking their time, no problem.
Nice.
Almost. Look at Bingham hustling down low.
Nice hustle.
And we're going to have a foul on the play.
Nice hustle.
Oh, they're going to call tie-up possession, so jump ball. It's MGM's ball.
That young lady plays like a junior or senior. With energy, with knowledge, with skills.
Martin brings it across the timeline.
that's a great move to take Jasmine out. Don't need any injuries to her. You got this game taken care of.
Shot is up, no good. Stolen, goes off the leg of Parkland Floyd. And the easy bucket right there for Barton and MGM. As the clock winds down, Theodore pretty much in control, up 10, as they've been up the majority of the night here, as they're going to try to secure this win. And they're counting it down. And the Lady Bobcats get the win 35-25.
Now's the time. I tell you what, they ended really well. The turnovers, if it wouldn't have been for the turnovers for both teams, I had it 26 turnovers to 19 turnovers. The turnovers, if you turn the ball over, if you want to get on the bench, turn the ball over. If you ask 100, if you poll 100 coaches, they're going to tell you the one thing that they can't stand is turnovers. Do anything.
That's
retreat, lateral, whatever. But keep your dribble and don't turn the ball over and don't force it.
Don't do that. We're trying to get the headphones on. Winning coach Tassie Warsham also will get you the stats for the ball game as well. Coach Errol, a very interesting ball game. MGM fought early and kind of hung tight at halftime. The score was 21-12, and at the end of the three, it was 25-19.
Yeah, they did a good job defensively. They held them well below their average, but offensively, they got to find a way to score. They just struggle on scoring. It's not because Coach Johnson haven't given them some good things to run. The ball just wasn't going in.
All right, let's take it down to the floor and talk with the winning coach, Tassie Warsham. Coach, congratulations on the win tonight. Talk about your girls' performance. They hung in there tonight for you.
Yeah, thank you. It came out a little slow because we played 5 games last week, and we had practice Sunday, so we really haven't had a break, so it was kind of slow. But I was proud of the effort that they gave on defense. And even when they tried to make a run, we kept our composure and just continued to run our stuff.
Coach, I was really impressed with Floyd and McCarroll. Whatever level you're at, you have to have good guards. Those girls really does a good job of getting the ball to Bingham. They don't force the ball, but tonight when they were sandwiching Bingham, they did a good job of pulling the ball up, not forcing it. And I tell you what, Floyd, somebody needs to check her birth certificate because she plays like a junior or senior.
No, she's really an 8th grader. She's really an 8th grader. This is the kid that's only 13. This is the kid that got mad at me this year for having practice on Halloween because she wanted to trick or treat.
Her true age came out on her.
Yes, and sometimes I forget that she's such a kid because her game is not 7th or 8th grade. Sometimes I forget and I have to back up and say, okay, Coach, she's just a kid.
Wow. Well, Coach, congratulations on the win tonight. We know you got Daphne coming up next Friday on the 15th, so get some rest. You guys have played a lot of games, so get you some rest so you can get ready to play those Trojans in about a week and a half, all right?
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
All right, congratulations. Let's take a look at the stats from the ball game, Coach, and it'll tell the story right there. As you can see, for Theodore tonight, 12 of 31 from the field. And, Coach, you know what? I don't recall any three-point attempts in the second half for either team.
Yeah, you're right. If there were, they were far and in between.
Yeah, could have been far and in between, yeah.
You know, again, the stats aren't too much difference. Yeah. Again, the turnovers, which don't show up there, but the turnovers, you turn the ball over, you don't give yourself a chance to score.
And MGM perfect from the line tonight, 6 for 6, but right there, that's the killer, 9 for 31 from the field. That definitely did it. All right, the Lady Bobcats get the win 35-25. We're going to take a break, come back to you in about 5 minutes and bring you the boys in action. It's more Tuesday Night Hoops headed your way on the MCPSS TV network.
Pre-K in the Mobile County Public School System started in 1988. So Just 4 started with maybe around 10 or 12 classrooms for 4-year-olds. But then we realized that there was a need throughout Mobile County. And not everyone had the ability to drive into Just 4. But trust me, people were trying to get to Pre-K. It was a great program.
Just for is one of the only, because I think there may be two other centers that service only 4-year-olds. And the uniqueness of that is that we have the opportunity to focus solely on the social, emotional, and educational development of 4-year-olds. These things are so critical so that we can have them prepared for when they leave here and go on to kindergarten at various schools. We service kids from all over Mobile County Public Schools districts, so we're not zoned for any particular area, so we have the opportunity to deal with children from multiple districts within the county. We actually have 16 regular education classrooms, as well as 2 special education blended classrooms. And those classrooms the blended classrooms work to support our special education students, as well as provide the opportunity for our peer mentors or peer models to come in and serve as role models.
It's a crucial benefit for our kids. Most of our children have attended some type of daycare, but most of them have not attended a really structured type of setting, been in a classroom. So for our babies, it just gives them a leg up because they have a whole year of experiences in pre-K before they start kindergarten. You can tell the difference between our children who have had that year of experience in a pre-K program and those who have not. So you get to the kindergarten setting and you have typically either 3 different groups of children. You have children who've never been to school at all, not to daycare, not to school. Then you have the children who have been to daycare and then to pre-K, and then you have our babies who've been to pre-K and then entering kindergarten. And there's a huge difference in those children. Those babies who have that pre-K experience, again, it's such a structured play is what it is. You know, they think that everything they do in that classroom is fun and is play, but it's very thought out, very well planned. And those kids with that experience, you know, they've had time with computers, they've had time learning how to line up. They're just a whole year ahead of their peers who don't have that experience. So huge benefits for our children.
Having a free program of this caliber for your child to attend, I mean, why wouldn't you want to be a part of it? It's outstanding. All of the educators have early childhood teaching certificates. All of the auxiliary teachers in the classroom have early childhood background. Everybody attends professional development. We have 2 adults to 18 children. It's a phenomenal program.
The partnership is necessary because we've got to all work together. Whether you are a standalone facility, whether you are Head Start, Mobile County Public School System, that partnership is essential to our children, and that's what this is all about. It's about our children. It's about them having quality programs, because when they do well in pre-K, we know the data, we know what the studies show, that those students are more likely to graduate and graduate on time. And those students are also going to be more adjusted and ready to serve, ready to lead, and ready to learn.
For MGM, this has been one magical year. The football team had their best season ever, and on the hardwood, the Vikings are off to their best start since 2018. But Theodore has other things in mind as they come in seeking revenge of a 3-point loss 3 weeks ago. Can MGM defend home turf for the win, or will the Bobcats hand the Vikings their first loss of the season? Get ready, because it's about to go down with Tuesday Night Hoops. Good evening, I'm Al Whedon, along with the legendary coach, Ronnie Arrow. We're glad you're with us. Coach, we're about to see some old school basketball here tonight.
You're going to see toughness, you're going to see speed, you're going to see big kids. Now, they've already played again this year, and MGM won that game by 3 points, 45-42. But tonight, Arrow's targets, let's go over Arrow's targets. Number one, MGM is going to have to be relentless with the ball. They're going to have to be relentless on defense. They're going to have to get after people. They've got 6'5", 6'6" that move like 6'3" and 6'2". They're going to have to apply that pressure. They're going to have to find a way to stop Eric Washington. He's a beast inside. He's averaging 18 points and 7 rebounds. And if that's not enough inside, then you have DJ Broughton, 12 points, 7 rebounds. For Theodore, they're going to have to protect the rock. Tonight, Houston Cunningham is not going to be in there. He's their main guy. He, in my opinion, is one of the top guards in this area, only a junior. He sprained his ankle the last game. He will not be in there. And then they have to find a way to stop Eric Washington.
Got to stop Eric Washington. 16 points per game for the Vikings, as we'll get the starting lineups for you here, as he's going to be one of the starters. He's a 6'6" senior, averaging 16 points per game, backed up by Keelan Moyer, also John Allen, DJ Broughton, and A.J. Johnson. Coach Kimball told me he's got some long guys on this team, Coach Arrow. He said, I got 6'5", 6'6", something he hasn't had in a long time, some height. And for Theodore tonight, playing without Houston Cunningham, that could be huge. Cunningham averages 12.5 points per game. Travis Davis gets the start along with Javier Harris, Walter Cobb, Terrence Parker. But J.J. Bush at 15 points per game, he's going to get the start as well. Carlos Taylor, Jamar Matthews, Armand Bayatpour, they did a fine job in the girls' game earlier. Coach will see if they're going to let the boys play like they did with the girls earlier tonight.
Well, if they do, it's going to be to MGM's advantage because they're big, they're strong. They got 3 kids, 6'6", 6'5", 6'5", that can go. And when they get the ball, they're going to score inside. But I tell you, like I said before, these kids move like they're 6'2". They're not 6'5", 6'6" that can't move. They are strong. They can get up and down the court, and you get them the ball, they will tear you and the goal down.
Right now, the tallest fellow for Theodore, Terrence Parker, center, 6'5" senior. He'll get the start on the floor. But for MGM, they've got a 6'6", a 6'3", and another 6'6" on the floor for them as well. So we're definitely going to see some towers here in Viking land tonight, Coach Arrow.
Shut the doors, shut the windows. This is going to be a war. I am so happy. The place is starting to fill up. We have a nice crowd here. 3-point ball game when they played before, 45-42. I think there'll be more scoring here tonight, especially if the officials let them play.
I think we're close to getting our tip off here. Officials getting some things together. Tipping off Walter Cobb and Eric Washington. 6'4" and 6'6" going at it. And Theodore wins the tip, so we'll see them first on offense.
And Eric's brother, Sanchez Washington, who's a junior, also gets in there and contributes also. He's 6'4".
Working the ball over. J.J. Bush gets it down low.
Nice block.
Shot is blocked. As you can see, the height already working. Eric, 6'6" senior Eric Washington with his block.
Was right there. When he was walking in tonight, he wears glasses, and I asked him, I said, do you wear contacts during the game? He said, no, I'm thinking about getting them, but not right now.
I wish I could say that for my son with soccer. He needs his glasses. I said, son, can you? He said, no, I can't see the ball. Do better with my. Keep your glasses on, son. Keep your glasses on.
You tell him next step is seeing eye dog. He better do one or the other.
Defense, pressure being put on right there by the MGM. They kick it out to Bush. His shot is blocked as well. The other big fella gets a hold of that one, DJ Broughton.
If they would have pitched that to Houston Cunningham, he would have taken that shot. He would have made that shot from the wing there.
Broughton looking over the floor. Throws it across the zone. We're going to get our first shot attempt for MGM. It rims out. A.J. Johnson, his jumper, no good. Pressure on J.J. Bush. Javier Harris flashes in. The runner drops for the Bobcats. I like that penetration.
That penetration, sticking it in there. I've got 2 or 3 guys in here. I'm glad to see, counting Houston Cunningham, to come to my classroom.
Oh,
it's
so
always good to see.
You can check roll tonight, Coach.
Yeah, I can check roll. Be sure. I'm anxious to see if they use the moves that we teach them. Tonight's report card time.
Allen set up in the corner looking for the 3. Barton going to launch the 3. No good. Allen tries to get the rebound. It's going to be Theodore's ball. MGM saying it went out on Bush, but no, they're going to reward it to the Bobcats.
Number 35, Amarian Johnson, he comes to the classroom also. He's another kid that's really thick, has really put on weight. For the youth kids, by the time you get to be a senior, and if you're thin, you got to start putting on some weight. I might say also, Amaria's father, he lost 120 pounds. He went from a 4X to a large.
Wow, foul on the play, our first foul of the night. That foul on A.J. Johnson picks up his first team foul for MGM. It's going to send Javier Harris to the line.
Tell you what, the pace in this game has really been good. Both teams are pushing the ball up and down the court. I think we're going to have a high-scoring game. As I say that, miss a free throw.
You jinxed him, Coach.
Yeah, I'll shut up. I won't say anything more about making shots.
First you're taking roll, now you're saying you need to add weight. Are you providing snacks at the classroom?
Hey, I will say he's not one of the classrooms guys that missing his free throws.
So Harris misses both shots. I believe it was a lane violation on the second one, so that wouldn't have counted anyway for Theodore. So MGM gets the ball.
Eric just looked up here at me. I was wondering if he was able to tell who I was.
There you go. Nice screen, give and go on the pick and roll right there. Doesn't pay off for the Vikings.
DJ Broughton, I tell you what, I like that kid. I saw him play the other night. Yes,
he
can
was
get
wide
up and
open.
down the court. He can go outside and shoot. He's best inside.
Shot no good by Moyer. Nice rebound right there by Terrence Parker. Bush is going to bring it up over the timeline.
I saw the other night MGM beat a very good, or McGill, when they played. It was a very good game. Enjoyed the game.
J.J. Bush pushes it out. Shot is up. That 3 is good for Travis Davis. He averages 6.3 points per game. He's hit half his average with 1 shot so far.
Yeah. You know, with Houston being out, it gives the opportunity for some other kids to be able to get in there and show what they can do.
No good. Allen.
Nice hustle.
John Allen scrambles for the rebound. Slashing in. No good for Moyer. Fast break opportunity for Theodore. J.J. Bush tries to go coast to coast. And he walks, Coach.
Yeah, he took
can't
a Euro.
walk if you're going coast to coast.
Yeah, he took a Euro at the end. He took an extra step with it. He had the right idea. He should have gone out to in. He went in to out with it. Got closer to the goal. Turn around, fellas. Here comes the ball.
Approaching the halfway point here in the first quarter. Al Wheaton, Coach Raniero on the campus of MGM. Theodore and MGM doing battle. There's another 3. No good.
I see. This is where they got into trouble before. They cannot come down and jack threes. They need to work the ball to get the ball inside. And when they start doing that, then bad things happen. They've got a big, strong team, high lows. They're at their best getting Eric the ball down low, getting Broughton the ball down low. Right now, there's too many threes being shot. Go inside, let the big fellas feast.
That's something Coach Kimball told me on the phone the other day. We like to feed it in, but right now not feeding it very well. Foul call on the play.
And, you know, these are 2 very good coaches. In my opinion, Coach Roebling, he's one of the half-court best defensive coaches I know. If you get into a half-court game, you watch. They help on the hip on defense. They get down. They take you. They don't let you get to the middle. He does a fantastic job.
That foul called on DJ Broughton, his first foul, second team foul for the Vikings. See if Parker can make the second. He missed the first, missed both of them. So far, Theodore 0 for 4 from the charity stripe. Zion Hunter enters the ball game, slashes in, and gives instant offense for MGM.
Zion Hunter is a second leading scorer on the team. He's averaging 13 points a game. He was held out last week from a game. I saw them just over at Faith Academy. They had a really good game there, and they started out the same way. This team has got to be able to get the ball inside. If they start going perimeter basketball, getting jack shots up, and not going high-low, bad things happen for them.
Quick foul called on Keelan Moyer. They're going to give the big fella, Terrence Parker, a break as Braden Freeman checks in for Theodore.
You know, as a team, you look down and you see one of the main scorers or the top scorer on the other team not in there, and you think, oh, we're going to beat these, we're going to blow these guys out. And you get that mentality, bad things start happening.
3 no good from Jacoby Dubose.
Work around, get the ball inside.
Moyer running the point right here. They work out of Zion Hunter, feeds it down low. Washington
nice
shot
block.
no good.
Nice block.
But they're fighting for it. They're going to call possession, jump ball on the floor. It'll remain on this end with MGM retaining possession. You can see Zion talking to Eric Washington right there, giving him some positive words.
Those two guys need to start somebody flash high and go low. That was a great block by Walter Cobb, because usually when Eric gets the ball down low, Eric Washington, it's 2 points and a foul.
Cobb's going to play the big guy down low for Theodore right now with Terrence Parker on the bench. They work it down low.
Another good block.
Foul block on DJ Broughton. Theodore's basketball knocked out of bounds by MGM.
That's 2 big-time blocks by Walter Cobb, who's 6'5", has got a lot of spring in those legs.
5-2 is our score, approaching 2 minutes left in the first quarter here. Allums putting pressure on Freeman. They forced the turnover. Eric Washington.
Take care of it. Take care of it.
Got to settle down. Got to settle down.
Good. Go on in there and feast where you can play.
MGM trying to set up the offense here. Down low. Washington has the height advantage over Freeman.
With Zion Hunter playing outside.
That's a 3 all the way from Howes Ferry Road. DJ Broughton drains it for the Vikings. They try to force it in.
Nice
Theodore.
shot.
Javier Harris's pass is blocked, but they retain possession. Trying to set up the offense here for Coach Philip Roebling and the Bobcats.
They did the same thing when they played Faith. They started behind, and then they started playing ball together. Good things started happening for them.
Nice flash and pass right there from Javier Harris to Marcus Robertson. Stoppage and play from the officials. They're going to call a foul.
You know, it's nice.
Foul called on Javier Harris. Picks up a quick foul after the made bucket. Coach, let's see if we can spot it. He gave it off, and he trying to stop the replay real quick, but apparently Harris picked up a quick foul, so that's the first team foul against Theodore.
It's nice when you can have a 6'5" point guard bringing the ball down the court. Nice pitch.
Trying to get it back to Hunter, but pressure put on him. And just like that, the double deuce, Marcus Robertson, they pick up 2 fouls for Theodore.
Marcus Robertson is another one that comes to the classroom. I can hardly wait when he's a sophomore. He needs to get in that weight room as soon as the season's over with.
Broughton's 3 no good as we're under 1 minute to play.
Number 33, J.J. Bush, another one comes to the classroom.
Coach, you're gonna have to take roll doing between quarters here.
We're gonna have the classroom players play the other players.
I got an idea, Coach. Maybe you can give out some bonus points for those who played tonight when they come to the classroom.
There you
next
go.
week. Give them some bonus points.
Hey, they're great kids, and they're all coached. These 2 coaches can coach.
Theodore taking their time, pulling it out, setting up for possibly the last shot here of the first quarter.
Good patience. There's those long arms by Zion.
Zion Hunter went for the steal. Checking in for MGM with under 10 seconds to play, John Robinson, as they give Moye a break.
Look at the size and the length and the wingspan of the kids for MGM.
Theodore's got to get a shot off. Look at J.J. Bush. Hesitation move, no good. So we end the first quarter. Theodore on top 7-5.
I'm Keith Blackwood, your Mobile County District Attorney. I want to remind you about the truancy laws. 5 unexcused absences requires you to attend the early warning truancy program. Failure to attend the early warning truancy program can cause you to appear before a judge in circuit court. We need you to stay in school. This is a serious law, and it needs to be taken very seriously. I wish you and your family a safe, happy, and successful school year.
Did you know that missing 2 days of school per month has a negative effect on student achievement? And that chronic absenteeism is negatively impacting 1 out of every 10 Alabama students.
Studies show students who are chronically absent are more likely to drop out of school. For every 1 day your child is absent from school, it takes 3 days for them to catch up.
So if I am not sick, make sure I'm at school, because missing school means missing out.
We welcome you back to Tuesday Night Hoops. Hey, there's our good buddy Red Ford over there.
There you go, Red. Hurt.
Coach, he still gets bonus points. He may not be playing, but
he comes to our classroom, does a good job there. Unfortunately, it's a shame you can't predict injuries.
Yeah, that's our buddy Red Ford, son of Wade Ford, our technical director on the crew. You know, Red is so dedicated, he ran a little camera last week for us during the Blunt BC Rain game.
He was trying to put somebody out of a job.
Yeah. You know, that could be a good NIL deal for Red. You know, at the next level. We got to talk to Wade about that for him.
Yeah.
Getting ready to start the second quarter here. Coach, I'm surprised. 7-5. I wouldn't have expected that between these two teams.
Well, all I know is both these teams get after it. You know, they might do some things wrong, but it's not going to be because of effort. Those two coaches down there are coaches that are going to demand that they play hard. If not, they've got enough talent that they can substitute for them, and they know that.
Yeah, Theodore comes in averaging 51 points on offense. MGM averaging 56 points, so they're very close, well-balanced teams, but 7-5. We'll see if we can get a second-half explosion here offensively from these teams.
Working the ball, taking care of the ball.
J.J. Bush gives it back to Travis Davis. Davis, he's going to go inside, force it in. Shot no good. Coming down with the rebound, forcing up the flow. Look at Zion Hunter. You can see the delay. Swish, the turnaround jumper for the 6'6" senior. The crowd goes wild. A steal and score.
Here comes the
heat. P.J. Broughton. There's that instant offense
Here
we're
comes
talking
that
about.
heat. This is where you've got to be very careful against MGM. They can rattle off points in a heartbeat if you can't handle their pressure.
Kick back out to Roberson. He's running the point right now. We work it over. Davis back to Roberson. J.J. Bush, the big fella's back into the ball game for Theodore as he is way out here outside of the paint. And that could be dangerous, almost stolen by MGM. Jalen Gray put the pressure on him. Look at Bush handling it. And they kick it back out again, trying to get it set up. MGM, this defense is definitely in their face, Coach Arrow.
Yeah, they are. They're long. Look at them forcing them baseline.
Right.
Footwork is so important on defense. And they're long. Somebody drives in there, I'll be shocked if they don't take a
drive
charge.
and kick out, no good. Dubose is shot way off. Right now, Coach Kimball is going with the big boys, straight height on the floor. Nothing but legs, nothing but trees on the floor for MGM, Coach Arrow.
For number 22, Marcus Robertson, his dad runs a group called Alabama Kings for the youth. For the youth, they're one of the best teams to join, or groups to join, for if you have young kids. They've got a great, great organization.
Foul on the play. Called on Braden Freeman of Theodore, his first foul. First team foul. Eric Washington going to check into the ball game. Let DJ Barton take a break for MGM.
That's nice when you can send in 6'5" for 6'6".
Isn't that something?
Yeah.
Right now, John Robinson, the smallest Viking on the floor at 5'11".
Sanchez, Washington now is in.
Look at the jump
He's Eric's
step from
brother.
Hunter. Look at the putback.
Nice.
Hunter playing above the rim for MGM tonight as they have come back and taken the lead 11-7 right now over Theodore. 5 minutes remaining in the second quarter. 10-second call against Theodore. They didn't get the ball over the timeline, Coach.
Yeah, that's just losing consciousness of what's going on.
And Coach Roebling for Theodore just shakes his head in disgust. And he's been at it for a while.
I'm watching Houston Cunningham over there just wishing he could be in there.
Wishing he could be on the floor. Unfortunate for the young man, had that ankle sprain the other night.
One of the top, I would say one of the top 4 to 6 guards in the city, only a junior.
Well, Coach, if there's one positive thing about it, I will say this. It happened early in the season. You really haven't gotten into area play. You hadn't gotten to your tournaments. So he's got time to rest and heal.
Great point. And what it does, it gives some of your other guys the opportunity to be able to get better, because it's a long season and you want to have everybody ready in the playoffs.
And get some experience. Jalen Gray with the easy put in. Coach Roebling wants to take a 30-second timeout to talk about it, and he definitely can do that. He's been coaching over 38 years. This is his 19th season as varsity coach at Theodore. He's got a record of 259 and 250 for a 509 winning percentage. So if we can say he's seen it all, he's seen it all, Coach.
He's seen it all. Let me just say this. I've known Philip a long time, and for the past 3 years he was battling cancer, and he fought it, and now he's cancer-free. I think he, just for a precautionary deal, that he's going to have one more session. But after that, this is his life.
Yeah, it
is. It's not like he chose a profession without much tension.
Right.
Okay? But he loves this. He loves being around the kids, and he'll tell you. And another thing, if you go to a clinic, I was on a Zoom deal for coaches. It's a coaches clinic, and I'll be doggone. And that was out of Houston. Guess who was on?
Philip Roebling. Look at there. Pressure on from MGM. That trap pays off. Gray with the ball, kicks it back out to Robinson. They work it down low to Washington. His jumper no good. Gets his own rebound. Very smart. Go right back up with it, young man. That's what you do. Don't put it on the floor. And draws the foul from Theodore.
Yeah. Terrence Parker battled with him, but Eric just stayed after it,
And Parker picks up his first foul, second team foul against Theodore. And Coach Arrow, this is MGM's first free throw attempt.
Yeah, they pretty much let him play. I think as the game goes on, they're going to start calling it closer and closer. Usually it's reversed. You call it tight to begin the game.
Right.
Try and get control. And then as the game goes on, you let it get a little bit further till they're at the end.
Washington misses the first. She's a 57% free throw shooter from the line. 6'6" senior makes the second for MGM.
I tell you what, by Gulf Coast boys basketball rankings, next week we've got a heck of a game brewing. We've got the number 2 team and the number 3 team in Fairhope and Baker, 1-7-1, 1-7-2.
The steal and the mustard dunk thrown down by Zion Hunter. The steal and score for MGM. And boy, the crowd is coming to life here in Viking land.
That kind of move will get it going.
It will. That pressure and trap paid off for MGM. 16-7 is our score. J.J. Bush flashes in, and they're going to call a foul.
Don't call a charge.
That is an offensive foul called against Bush. You can see Coach Kimball begging for the call on the sideline.
That's what they practice. I'll be surprised if either team drives very far out and gets all the way to the hole without somebody attempting to take a charge.
There's a replay on the dunk from Hunter right there. I'm telling you, Coach, when he checked in the game and made that first bucket, the crowd just came to life for the Vikings.
Nice crowd, nice home crowd. They knew it was going to be a good game. They didn't know Houston wasn't going to be able to play, but hey, it is what it is, and they're competing.
Coach, they knew you were going to be here with Tuesday Night Hoops. That's what it is.
You think so? I forgot about that.
Washington steps on the end line. He is out, so turnover on the play. But they're coming with the full court press. They're putting the pressure on Theodore. Got him in the coffin corner, and they get the steal. Easy bucket right there for John Robinson. And Coach Kimball still wants that pressure on him.
Here comes that heat.
They break it. J.J. Bush looks like he's trying to go coast to coast. No, he's trying to get it down to Walter Cobb and lost control.
They had a 3-on-1, and that's the presence of what MGM likes to speed you up, make you turn the ball over. You got to handle that pressure. And again, I hate to keep saying this, but Houston Cunningham would take care of a lot of those turnovers that is happening right now.
Right now, MGM has come to life. They put up 13 points in the second quarter. Theodore has not scored a single point here in the second quarter. Too high for Zion Hunter.
If you throw the ball over Zion Hunter's head,
too high.
That's a bad pass.
So far, the Bobcats scoreless, as I just said, trying to get a bucket, trying to get some confidence here as we approach 2 minutes.
Oh,
Cobb with a little hesitation off the glass, and there it is. First points of the second quarter for the Bobcats. Hunter sets up for the three. No good.
Now, Theodore's playing pretty good defense. They've got to score. They haven't scored in, I think, 2.5 minutes.
J.J. Bush, his shot no good. Jalen Grage is going to take his time right now with the Vikings on top by 9.
Minute and 42 seconds less. Let's just see if they're going to run it down or they're going to try and take it in there as quick as they can. Look inside. That's high-low.
Hunter's pleading for the ball. Yeah. Coach Roebling asking for 3 seconds. Like, where you guys at? You sleep? What's going on? Hunter tries to tip it back in. Once again, no good. Theodore's basketball. They have the loose ball on the floor. And we've got massive substitutions coming in for both teams here.
You know, MGM is playing a heck of a game. They're up 9 points. And Eric Washington, I don't know if he scored. I mean, a bucket. I think he made a free throw or two, but they're doing a heck of a job on him.
Right. The one who has really got MGM going when he came into the ball game was Zion Hunter. I don't know if he passed out free game coupons tonight during school to tell the folks his fan club to come out, but time he came in the game, the kids got behind him.
I tell you, if you've seen him play before, that's him all the time.
That's the way to go. They work it back over to DuBose. He puts it up, no good. Nice put, no, the putback doesn't go for Freeman. Here comes a three, no good for MGM. We're gonna have a foul over the back called against DJ Broughton. We're going the other way. That's his second and first team foul for MGM here in the second quarter.
I like DJ. He's a sophomore averaging 12 points and 7 rebounds a game. He's always active, he's long. You put him on the ball on a press and somebody coming to trap, somebody's in trouble.
Coach Roe Kimball is gonna substitute Zion Hunter back into the game for these last 40 seconds and pull out DJ Broughton. Allen went for the steal, came up empty-handed. Theodore's working that ball around.
I don't know about
shot
that
no
shot
good.
selection.
And who has it? Zion Hunter. And Coach, he has his eyes on the rim. Three no good
Nice
for
box
Moyer.
out.
And a nice box out. Shot doesn't fall. Foul's going to be called on Theodore.
There's a lot of difference in size factor with MGM, and they're using their size and their quickness. Okay.
Marcus Roberson picks up his second foul.
Theodore's got a lot of guards out there on the court. They're going to have to pass that ball, penetrate the pitch, and get some good outside shots, because they're not going to be able to post and get easy shots in there. Number 25, Walter Cobb's back in. He's played a heck of a game, averaged 5.6 and 5 rebounds a game, sophomore. So he'll give them some size. They need some size to go against the size that MGM brings.
Washington makes both of them for the Vikings, and they extend the lead. Up by 11 right now. Putting pressure on Theodore. Theodore needs a bucket. They've only scored 2 points here in the second quarter.
Jacoby Dubose also comes to the classroom.
There's a three right there, launched right at the buzzer. No good by Travis Davis. And a turnaround, 7-5 was our score at the end of one. And right now it's 20-9 with MGM on top.
High school students, are you looking for a way to become a better leader? Then the Junior Officers Training Corps may be what you're seeking. If you would like to develop self-reliance, learn ways to be more responsible, and improve your communication skills, you can do that and more when you register for the Junior Officers Training Corps. The JROTC program is available to all high school students in Mobile County. JROTC, we build a better you.
There's a lot to like about Mobile County Public Schools.
What I enjoy about Mobile County School is the extra attention my teachers give us to help us learn.
Teachers are liking their access to technology, and students are liking the quality of their education.
I like the technology that's been incorporated into my education.
And since 1826, you have trusted us to prepare your child for their future, and we like that. Mobile County Public Schools. We are learning today, leading tomorrow.
We welcome you back to the campus of MGM Tuesday Night Hoops. Take a look at the stats, Coach Arrow. MGM on top 20-9. Boy, they really came alive in the second quarter, holding Theodore to one basket. Look at the field goals. 8 of 21 for MGM, only 4 of 12 for Theodore.
Yeah, that's a big difference there. 1 for 2, the three-pointers, 1 for 10, so there's not anything there. The difference is the size, okay? With Theodore, they're having to go with a lot of guard play, and they're not hitting their outside shots. Where MGM is being able to work the ball. If the outside shot isn't going in, they're getting rebounds, putting them back in.
Right.
So they've got to find a way to get better shots and to be able to rebound with MGM, because there's going to be a lot of teams that can't rebound with MGM.
Oh, yeah, they definitely got that offense going when Zion Hunter came in. All right, we're going to take a quick break right during halftime. In Mobile County Public Schools, we believe young children should be involved in direct hands-on experiences.
Pre-K in the Mobile County Public School system started in 1988. So Just 4 started with maybe around 10 or 12 classrooms for 4-year-olds. But then we realized that there was a need throughout Mobile County. And not everyone had the ability to drive into Just 4. But trust me, people were trying to get to pre-K. It was a great program.
Just 4 is one of the only, because I think there may be two other centers that service only 4-year-olds. And the uniqueness of that is that we have the opportunity to focus solely on the social, emotional, and educational development of 4-year-olds. These things are so critical so that we can have them prepared for when they leave here and go on to kindergarten at various schools. We service kids from all over Mobile County Public Schools districts, so we're not zoned for any particular area. So we have the opportunity to deal with children from multiple districts within the county. We actually have 16 regular education classrooms, as well as 2 special education blended classrooms. And those classrooms the blended classrooms work to support our special education students, as well as provide the opportunity for our peer mentors or peer models to come in and serve as role models.
It's a crucial benefit for our kids. Most of our children have attended some type of daycare, but most of them have not attended a really structured type of setting, been in a classroom. So for our babies, it just gives them a leg up because they have a whole year of experiences in pre-K before they start kindergarten. You can tell the difference between our children who have had that year of experience in a pre-K program and those who have not. So you get to the kindergarten setting and you have typically either 3 different groups of children. You have children who've never been to school at all, not to daycare, not to school. Then you have the children who have been to daycare and then to pre-K, and then you have our babies who've been to pre-K and then entering kindergarten. And there's a huge difference in those children. Those babies who have that pre-K experience, again, it's such a structured play is what it is. You know, they think that everything they do in that classroom is fun and is play, but it's very thought out, very well planned. And those kids with that experience, you know, they've had time with computers, they've had time learning how to line up. They're just a whole year ahead of their peers who don't have that experience. So huge benefits for our children.
Having a free program of this caliber for your child to attend, I mean, why wouldn't you want to be a part of it? It's outstanding. All of the educators have early childhood teaching certificates. All of the auxiliary teachers in the classroom have early childhood background. Everybody attends professional development. We have 2 adults to 18 children. It's a phenomenal program.
The partnership is necessary because we've got to all work together. Whether you are a standalone facility, whether you are Head Start, Mobile County Public School System, that partnership is essential to our children, and that's what this is all about. It's about our children. It's about them having quality programs, because when they do well in pre-K, we know the data, we know what the studies show, that those students are more likely to graduate and graduate on time. And those students are also going to be more adjusted and ready to serve, ready to lead, and ready to learn.
Mobile County Public Schools completes about $100 million in school construction each year. And we're looking for new contractors and construction vendors to help us ensure that all students are learning in top-notch facilities. Is your company interested in becoming a construction vendor for Mobile County Public Schools so you can bid on these projects? We need contractors, plumbers, HVAC installers, roofers, electricians, painters, and more. Follow these steps to become a vendor. Number 1, complete the vendor application online. Under System, select Business, and then under Resources, click Vendor Online Application. Number 2, enter the vendor portal. Click Apply to agree to the terms and click Save and Next. Number 3, enter your business information as prompted. A tax ID number or social security number will be required to complete the application. At the bottom of each page, click Save and Next. To find out what projects are currently open for bidding, visit mcpss.com/bid invitation. Follow MCPSS Facilities Facebook page and email facilities to receive notifications. Complete these easy steps, and your company soon may be part of Team MCPSS.
We welcome you back to Tuesday Night Hoops on the MCPSS TV network. Al Whedon, Coach Ronnie Arrow, MGM on top 20-9 right now. Coach Arrow, you've coached a long time. You've known Coach Roebling a long time. They scored 1 bucket in the second quarter. What do you tell your team?
Well, a lot of that has to do with them getting used to, with Houston Cunningham not being there tonight, because a lot of the plays that they do offensively goes through Houston. So without him and some of the other ones to take up the slack, then they have to be able to get somebody else to set them up and do the things that they're supposed to do. If not, then it gets a little harem-scarum. But they're playing good defense. They're hanging in there. They're one of their top players, if not their top player, and not only their top player there, but the top player in this area.
Right.
I really think that Houston is one of the top 4, 5, 6 guards in this whole area. And for him to be gone, it takes a lot away from their offense.
Now, if you're Coach Kimball, you're up 20-9. What are you telling your team for the Vikings? What do they need to do?
Do not let up. Do not let up.
Keep your foot on the gas.
Keep your foot on the gas. You know you've played this team before.
Yeah.
They might not have Houston Cunningham, but they're capable of coming back. We have got to do what brung us here. They have got to keep rebounding. They've got to keep playing pressure defense. Those things will help them win this game. And this is an important game.
It is. It is.
When you say we beat Theodore twice, they don't say who wasn't there, who there. They just say we beat them.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's real important. So when these two teams fight and get after it, again, it was low scoring. This one might be a little bit more high scoring. Last one was, what, 45-42.
Right.
So I think this one's going to be more points.
All right, we got second half action headed your way. We're going to take a quick break and come back. You're watching Tuesday Night Hoops with MCPSS TV Network.
Yo, I'm on my way to the mall, the Bel Air Mall.
And I'm checking out Trey Pay's Cafe. Trey Pay's is so much fun.
They got the fanciest snowballs on the planet. Plus a loaded quarter-pounder beef fry. Trey Pay's Cafe. The nachos are slamming and the fries are banging.
Don't forget desserts.
Deep-fried cheesecake bites, deep-fried Oreos, and a whole lot more. It's the food that makes you feel good. Trey Pay's Cafe inside the Bel Air Mall. Come now and come hungry.
We thank you for joining us tonight for Tuesday Night Hoops on the MCPSS TV Network. Al Wheaton, Coach Ronnie Arrow bringing you the action here, starting off in the second half. MGM on top 20-9. Let's see if Theodore is going to make the adjustments they need to do to get back into this ball game.
You know, MGM has scored 20 points, but they haven't really shot the ball well from outside. Mario Johnson, number 35, he can shoot the ball, but he hasn't shot the ball. The ball hasn't gone in for him tonight. Everything they're getting is either off turnovers or inside power.
And that's their move, Coach. With the height they have and the power down low, the inside game has paid off for them.
Nice cut to the hole.
Outside hasn't really done. Foul on the play. They're going to call that one on Keelan Moyer. That'll be his second foul. And first foul of the third quarter, team foul against MGM.
Right. J.J. Bush going to the free throw line. He's 6'2", sophomore, averaging 15 points a game and 8 rebounds. So he's a youngster that's playing well. The guard play in this game for both teams needs to pick up for them to be where they want to be at the end of the year.
Absolutely.
This is a tough game for them to go through to get better and better after this game.
Bush shooting 64% from the free throw line, makes both of them. Gets Theodore their first points here in the third quarter.
Moy bringing the ball down, averaging 4 points and 2 rebounds a game. They're taking their time. I wish they get more high lows. There's Mario going again.
That's
it makes
a
it
three.
Good.
Count that three right there for A.J. Johnson.
If they start shooting from outside well, that's not good for Theodore.
It might be lights out, Coach.
Yeah,
Aaron.
it could be. I keep waiting for Theodore to come back, but they're going to have to get some good, easy shots.
And you're right about that. That adjustment to the play without their main guy, Houston Cunningham, definitely having an effect on the Bobcats tonight. DJ Broughton trying to go coast to coast with the floater. No good. Look at the hustle right there by A.J. Johnson. Tips it out and gets the rebound.
They just don't need to get in a hurry.
It's another three. No good. And I believe that's knocked out by Walter Cobb, so it's going to remain on this end of the floor for MGM.
Again, Johnson is taking I would say quite a few threes, and he's made a couple, but he needs to get in there and get to the flow of the game.
John Allums, he's going to hit the three from the Highway 98 and drains it for the Vikings as they increase their lead here in the third quarter.
Yeah, if they continue to shoot threes, they're going to have a really good game. We're going to see how poised that Theodore can be and not just start jacking it. Just be patient. That ball.
Penetration in the lane by Davis, shot no good.
And see, after that shot, there was no Theodore players getting rebounds. They didn't even go to the whole 2 rebounds.
Foul on the play.
Now, what happens with a team is you come down, you hit 1 or 2 threes, and then they think, well, we're able to shoot all threes now. Go back to what got you here. Go back to what MGM basketball is all about. Get that ball inside and then go outside.
Allums picks up his second foul. Davis brings it across the timeline. His last shot in the paint was no good. Dishes it off. Almost stolen right there by Washington, putting his hands in front of Cobb's face. There's a shot from Davis. That three no good. Moyer grabs the rebound.
You know, I wish that thing would have gone in because they had good ball movement. They went inside out, and, you know, it just didn't go in.
Working it over. Moyer feeds it down low to Washington. Look at him working down low. Shot no good. Cannot pay off with the bucket.
Theodore's done a great job on him. They just got to stop the other guys.
J.J. Bush said, I'm going to take it to the house. No good. His shot blocked down low.
DJ Broughton said, excuse me, I'm here. That ain't going up.
I think he ran into the trees, Coach Harold. I really think he ran into the trees.
The big oaks.
The triple team on Broughton as he is fouled down low. Walter Cobb's going to pick up his first foul of the evening. First team foul for Theodore. And we have a 30-second timeout on the floor. I think Coach Roebling may have called it. So 30 seconds here on the floor. Coach, you were telling me about some rankings you got right there from the Gulf Coast Boys Basketball Association. I see MGM's on top 7-0.
Yes, they're 7-0. They're ranked number 1 in the area. Fairhope is number 2. Baker number 3. Murphy number 4. Cottage Hill number 5. McGill number 6. Viger number 7. Williamson number 9, Baldwin County number 10.
And you would tell me earlier Williamson had some trees over there.
They got some trees.
Coach Sean Bay Hunter in the Lions.
Walked in the other night against McGill. I thought it was a college team.
Wow.
They go 6'9", 6'7", 6'6", 6'4". They might have a 5-footer in there somewhere. I'm not sure. And then they've got a kid sitting that's a transfer.
Man.
And they said he's one of the better point guards in the city.
I may have to talk to my guy in the truck. We may have to get Williamson on the Tuesday night hoops. I know a guy, Coach Harold.
Tell him to be able to film high, not low, because they're going to be walking in. You better have that film high.
MGM inbounds it as they're working that ball offensively, going high over the screen. That's a three,
Mario, good.
And it is drained by A.J. Johnson. Yeah. Buckets for MGM.
You know, that's with a shooter. You know, shooters are shooters. You got to lead them in there, They'll start making a couple. If they don't start making a couple, then they got to come out and see if you get somebody else in there.
The Vikings starting to open up this lead, Coach Arrow. 29-11 is our score as we approach the halfway point of the third quarter.
Yeah, somehow or another, I know Coach Roebling is feeling bad about this, but their spacing is good on offense. They're getting, for the most part, good shots, but they've got all guards going in there, and a lot of them are young guards.
Yeah, this is pretty much a young team here for Theodore.
Team.
I'm only seeing one senior on the squad and a couple of juniors, the rest sophomores. Allums with a three, shot no good. J.J. Bush.
Way to take it
He
in
is
there.
fouled on the play. I think that's smart. Take it to the hole, get the foul, break this up so we can kind of get ourselves together for the Bobcats. They're going to call that one on Allums as he picks up his second.
J.J. Bush, a sophomore, averaging 15 points and 8 rebounds. I mean, he took that thing like he was a senior there, and he knew what he had to do.
You got to take it to the hole at that point. You got to get some momentum for the Bobcats.
You know, he started coming to the classroom when he was probably in the 6th, 7th, 8th grade. And he is really thickened out, becoming a nice ball player.
Allums goes to the bench as Sanchez Washington comes in. Bush makes both of them. So far, Theodore perfect from the line here in the second half, 4 for 4.
Moy doing a good job of setting everybody up, not just forcing it. Nice.
Get it down to Broughton. They kick it out.
That's where you win games.
Bang, that's a three from A.J. Johnson,
nice.
his third here in the third quarter.
That very nice. You know, all this penetrating and pitching and jacking threes, you know, that's too much NBA stuff. Inside, outside, old school, new school, whatever you want to call it, it works.
And MGM has opened up this lead significantly. 32-13 is our score as Johnson rips the ball, but he is out as he rips it. It's going to stay with Theodore.
I think he got away with a little bit of a foul there across the arm.
You think so,
but,
Coach?
You know, hey, who am I? I don't have stripes on.
As I said last week, you know, that's why they pay me to call the games, not officiate the games. We see it differently, Coach Arrow. J.J. Bush, he is fouled down low. Was that the makeup call, Coach Arrow?
I think so. I think so. I started to watch and see if there's a makeup call. But see, you talk as if that officiating stuff going against officials is brand new. I've had that for a number of years.
Broughton picks up his third. He's going to probably have to get some pine time right now as Coach Kimball's talking to him, getting ready to bring a sub in after this free throw.
You know, I wished I had a picture of Coach Roebling down there talking, trying to get his young kids to understand what's going on. He's not going crazy. He's not yelling at them. He's being very patient with them.
Very calm, very patient.
Very calm. That's why he's a good coach.
I noticed that earlier.
These two coaches I love. I mean, they do what they have to do, their own special thing to make their teams, their program successful.
So we got the two Washington brothers on the floor at the same time for MGM here, Coach. Sanchez and Eric. Bush makes the second.
Let's see if they brother-in-law on the court.
Under 3 minutes to play here in the third quarter.
Look at the
Zion Hunter
space
with the ball.
Look at the space. Drive Mack trucks through there. Very nice. Now we got a post up.
Posting up to Zion Hunter. He throws it down with the dunk. And the Vikings go wild, especially the students here in the corner. They're loving it.
If that dunk would have been at Theodore, that might have been hanging on the rim. It's always nice to play at home.
Vikings up 20 right now. And the thing about it, Coach Air, I'm noticing they're up 20, and Coach Roe Kimball is still coaching like they're down 20. He's out on the floor giving instructions. Foul called against one of his Vikings players. I believe that's going to be on Sanchez Washington. That'll be his first foul and his 14th foul. And Coach Kimball giving the officials the business, like I said, like he's down 20 points.
Coach Kimball is going to be Coach Kimball.
Man. Coach Kimball in his 12th season here at MGM. He's 137 and 105 for his career. Has a .566 winning percentage. So he's brought this program a long way, Coach, because just like the football team, they were in the doldrums for a while.
I told somebody this the other day. For the past 3 out of 4 years, they've been to the Elite Eight. Right. I really think this year they got a chance to win it all.
They got an opportunity.
Yep. I think everything's going to come together for them this year.
They went 14-10 last year and lost to Dothan in the regional, so definitely have the opportunity. And at this point, they're on pace to hit their average of 56 points. Right now, 34-14 is our score. Nice head fake right there.
A little floater.
With A.J. Johnson. He floats it in for the Vikings.
MCPSS television ought to come here. Mario likes us here.
Foul on the play. I think they're going to call that one on John Robinson of MGM.
I tell you, Zion Hunter plays like he's at the next level with this bunch. He
definitely does.
He's smooth. He's got size, speed.
Timeout on the floor, 30-second timeout. Since we have a timeout, let's remind you, parents, make sure you mark your calendar. If you hadn't something's wrong. The kids aren't letting you know Christmas break is on the way. December 18th through January 3rd. Students will return to class January 4th. And I'm pretty sure they reminded you that they're getting out of school coming up pretty soon. So it is countdown mode in my house.
Some things they don't forget.
Oh, they don't forget this one. So Christmas break, December 18th through January 3rd. Don't forget to send them back January 4th, parents. That's important. Send them all back.
I tell you what, they've been out of school so much, they might forget to go back.
My two definitely enjoyed their Thanksgiving week. Went to see their grandmother over in Hattiesburg. Had a great time. Great time, Coach Arrow.
This time of the year is nothing but family.
So that foul from Robinson, that's the 5th team foul against MGM. Places Jacoby Dubose on the line as he sinks the first free throw attempt. Right now, the positive thing about Theodore, they're 6 for 8 from the line here in the second half, Coach Arrow. Yeah. Right now, 7 for 9.
I promise you, one of Phillips' teams aren't going to quit.
MGM up 20 right now as we're under 2 minutes. Zion Hunter with the ball. Right now, the crowd favorite in the house here in Vikings land. But this guy's definitely taking over. A.J. Johnson, the 3 is off, but Hunter with the putback.
Nice
His shot blocked by Walter Cobb. Good defense by Theodore and great defense by MGM as they take it back and Hunter scores down low.
And the guy that shot it, Mario stayed with it, knocked it away, and they wound up getting points out of it. Nothing like hustle.
Penetration kick out. J.J. Bush, he's going to penetrate right there from the charity stripe. Offensive foul against a young fella. Picks up his second with Coach Arrow.
Yeah, I'm not sure he was totally in. I think he got it with a shoulder. Let's see here. Spin move. No, he was there. He was there.
Hunter planted himself just like a tree, and Bush ran into him, so they call the foul. Second team foul against Theodore as we approach 1 minute here in the third quarter.
Gray, 6'3" senior. He's going to go down. Post, come off.
Johnson with the jump step, passes it over. They're going to call a travel on him, or maybe not him after he passed it over.
I wish they'd do a little bit of flashing the high post and spinning low for a high low. I think that's open all night long. They're posting good, but nobody's flashing high and getting it to them. Let them spin low, let them get to the hole.
.30 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Ball down to Cobb. We could see that foul from here, Coach Arrow. Jalen Gray picks up his first.
Tell you what, Walter Cobb has gotten some nice blocks. He's active, averaging 5 points, 5 rebounds as a sophomore. There's some good young kids in both these programs coming up.
Definitely got a good future here coming up for the Bobcats. Last year, they went 14-13, lost to McGill in the sub-regionals as Cobb misses the first.
Take your time, young man. Take your time. It's a free throw. It's not a speed throw. Find that rim. Look where you're shooting the ball.
7 for 10 for the Bobcats here in the second half. Substitution comes in for Theodore. They're going to give Cobb a break and bring back in Terrence Parker. So you trade one sophomore for another sophomore. I'm sorry, Parker's a senior.
Parker's a senior. Tell you what, like they say, you're only a freshman one time and you're only a senior one time. Make use of it.
Hunter looks like he's going to set up to take this last shot and draws the foul.
That had to be something, one way or the other. Either a walk or a foul, it had to be something.
I think he drew the foul from Braden Freeman, number 23. Yeah. That's Freeman's second foul. That was really unnecessary, Coach Arrow. We got 2.6 seconds left here in the game.
Yeah.
And you put the big fella on the line.
When that happens, you didn't pay attention on how much time was left on the clock.
So MGM with their first free throw attempt here in the third quarter, and Hunter makes it.
Hunter is so smooth.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I mean, he definitely can play at the next level.
Misses the second. And at the end of 3, MGM just opens it up. 39-17 is our score after 3. We've got one more quarter headed your way for Tuesday Night Hoops.
There's a lot to like about Mobile County Public Schools.
What I enjoy about Mobile County School is the extra attention my teachers give us to help us learn.
Teachers are liking their access to technology, and students are liking the quality of their education.
I like the technology that's been incorporated into my education.
And since 1826, you have trusted us to prepare your child for their future, and we like that. Mobile County Public Schools. We are learning today, leading tomorrow.
Our children with special needs deserve a place to play. That is why we are coming together to build the Miracle League of West Mobile Schmidt Family Park. It will include a special needs ball field and playground, regulation baseball and softball fields, and more. We have raised more than $1 million and construction will start soon. But we need your help to complete the project. Visit mcpss.com/Miracle League to donate and to learn more. Any dollar amount will help bring a smile to a child's face. Together, we can make a miracle.
For executive producer Quentin Howard, director Wade Ford, and engineer Fran Conaway, we appreciate you joining us tonight for Tuesday Night Hoops on the MCPSS TV network. I'm Al Whedon, joined by the legendary coach Ronnie Arrow. Coach, we're about to head into the fourth quarter, 39-17. What do you think Coach Roebling told his Bobcats on the sideline there?
Keep your poise. We're down. We need to just execute, get what we want. Don't start coming down, jacking it. Whether we win the game or not, we want this thing to start and keep running our offense and play tough defense.
Down 22 right now to the 7-0 MGM Vikings. As you said earlier on the Gulf Coast rankings, #1 team here on the Gulf Coast. Turnover on the play. It's MGM's basketball.
Yeah, you can't drive in there and pick the ball up and get trapped. Again, they're too strong. MGM's too strong. That's exactly what they thrive on.
As I said in the intro, MGM off to their best start since 2018 when they started the season 8-1. So far 7-0, and we have a foul on the play as Carlos Taylor looks to cause a charge against Jalen Gray. That's his second foul.
You know, it's been one-sided, but it's been a good game. Both teams hustling. So we need to just finish that same way, not start getting sloppy and both teams start throwing it out and start going one-on-one. Now discipline comes. Now the part that we're going to keep running our stuff. We're going to keep playing hard defense.
J.J. Bush brings it across the timeline looking for the open man. Harris goes in, puts it up. Nice floater right there by Javier Harris.
That's where you want to get the ball. Good things happen when you get the ball right there where he got it. You can finish, you can pitch to open people. You've got to get the ball to the hole.
Zion
nice ball
Hunter,
fake. Nice ball fake.
And steps inside and hits the jumper. That is something young folks need to remember. You don't have to jack all the threes. Do the head fake, do the pump fake, step in and take the shot, Coach Arrow.
Yeah, we teach over and over and over again in the classroom the ball fake. And as much as we teach it, some do it, some do head fakes.
Back-to-back fouls called against Jalen Gray. That is his second team foul against MGM this quarter. Oh, lazy inbounds pass almost stolen by Shondell Harris, and he's got the speed because he plays running back for the Vikings. Oh, nice almost steal by John Robinson. Good hands by the young fella.
Good hands, but he was doing a whole lot of motion and wasn't going anywhere. When you put that ball on the floor, by the time you get to your second and third dribble, you got to be going to the hole.
Robinson was ready to steal it, guarding the inbound pass right now. They look to Parker. Parker kicks it back out.
Let's get some good plays. Let's keep this a good game.
Back to Parker. One bounce.
Good finish.
Drops it, and
Good
one
finish.
coming up for the 6'5" senior as he is fouled on the play. They're going to call that foul on Eric Washington.
Terrence Parker, 6'6" senior, going to the line.
No correction, maybe John Robinson picked that up. His second, third team foul.
Looks like these players look like they know each other from probably AAU ball. You know, they're talking like friends on the line there while the free throw's being shot.
Fresh 5 comes in for Coach Kimball. He's going to sub 5 in right now as he brings in Sanchez Washington, Keelan Moyer, John Allums, Bryson Rubin with his first action tonight, and Eric Washington. So a fresh 5 come in right here near the 6-minute mark for the Vikings.
You know, we talked about the Gulf Coast boys basketball rankings, and Coach Richard Robinson and Shadwick Tottle, they're on the committee that does that.
Oh, Toodles boy,
yeah,
Toodles.
Toodles.
Yeah,
they he's something. That's my man.
Oh, Toodles a handful. That's my boy right there.
That's my man. I don't see how he has time to sleep.
He'll talk your ear off, Coach Harold.
Yeah,
Good fella, good fella.
I tell you what, though, he's 180% for high school basketball.
Oh, no doubt about it. No doubt about it.
Coach Robinson has done a whole lot in his lifetime as far as basketball. Nice pass.
Nice feed in there. Foul on the play by Rubin is fouled. See what they call this on.
In the city, Coach Richard Robinson, he has really done a lot. He puts on tournaments. He puts on the Gulf Coast Hoops Classic and the Gulf Coast Holiday Classic. Both of those are very good tournaments to go to, and there's a lot of teams that come from out of state, in state.
That's
to
right.
be in his tournaments.
J.J. Bush picks up his third foul. First team foul against Theodore here in the fourth quarter. Yeah, Coach, the Gulf Coast Holiday Classic coming up just around the corner toward the end of the month, and we put it up there a second ago. Next week, they're flashing it, and I believe 2 of these teams are ranked in your top 10, Fairhope and Baker, so we're headed out to the Hornets' Nest next Tuesday for Tuesday Night Hoops.
Hey, what, get there early, because that's going to be a war.
I'll say get there early because the hooligans will take your seat. They don't play out here in Baker. As they say, the hooligans are a handful, Coach Harold.
Coach Armstrong's done a great job there.
Nice flash right there from Travis Davis as he slashes in and gets the bucket for Theodore, not giving up. 41-24. Quick transition. Bucket does not pay off for Washington. Theodore on the outlet trying to make it happen on the other end. And we see DJ Broughton headed to the scorer's table trying to check back in. Good hands right there from Sanchez Washington to knock it away as Broughton is going to check in for Eric Washington.
Oh, Eric has had a quiet night tonight, you know.
Yeah, and he leads the team in scoring with 16 points, but A.J. Johnson and Zion Hunter really brought it tonight, Coach Harold.
You know, it's nice when your leading scorer can have an off night and you got 2 other kids step in like those 2 did.
And as you talked about it earlier, you saw them play other teams kind of get off to a slow start, and boy, in the second quarter, they really opened it up. Classic layup right there from Sanchez Washington, something you don't see too often, Coach Harold, on a wide open bucket.
Yeah. And again, we've had a lot of turnovers tonight by dribbling to somebody and bounce passing it 5 feet from them is hitting on their feet. You can't bounce pass that close to somebody.
Tie up on the floor, triple team right there, all over Bryson Rubin as J.J. Bush is getting into it with some of the Vikings fans into the stand, and our official, Jamar Matthews, steps up and says, hey, young fella, hey, don't worry about all that. Keep it on the floor.
I will say the officials did a good job of stepping in there and nullifying that before something happened.
So technically it was a jump ball on the play. It's going to go to MGM with the possession arrow. Up 43-24 over Theodore.
Sanchez, he needs to get on some weights so he can get to be like Eric as far as size. He's, you know, I think Eric is getting some of his food and taken away from him eating because he needs to put on about 15 pounds.
Offensive foul called against MGM there on Keelan Moyer. I thought he was going to kick it out, but instead he penetrated and they got him on the foul. Carlos Tiller. Moyer, that's his 3rd foul and 4th team foul against the Vikings this quarter.
Tell you what, Sanchez, he covers a lot of area. That they were trying to drive there. He stepped into the lane. Yeah, he's a nice player. He's just got to put on some weight.
Nice rebound right there by Travis Davis. They're going to count the basket for him. And Bryson Rubin picks up his 1st foul. And coach, just like that with 3:59 to play, MGM has hit their 5th foul already, just like in the 3rd quarter.
Change a rule. I think I like that rule better than one-on-one. What do you think? You like
I
that
like
rule?
it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm used to it because I've seen it for a past year or two on the junior college level. I do the PA work at Bishop State. That rule is in place for the women, and they want to increase scoring. So I'm used to it already. So if you can manipulate the rule to your advantage and your team can shoot free throws, it can work to your advantage. I've seen it work that way for, to keep you in the ball game. I'll put it to you, but you got to make your free throws, Coach Arrow.
It seems like, you got to do that.
Got to make your free throws.
Yeah, it seems like they start stuff in the women's side to see if it works, and then the guys get it.
Then they bring it over, right?
Yeah, that's interesting.
Because for the men on the junior college level, they're still shooting 1-and-1. So get to the 7th foul, you shoot your 1-and-1, get to the 10, you're in a double bonus. Free throw is made, but a timeout called on the floor right here. I believe Coach Roebling is going to call the timeout. We don't know if it's a 30 or a full, but at 3:48, we'll keep it right here. Al Wheaton, Coach Ronnie Arrow giving you Tuesday night hoops from the campus of MGM. We told you earlier, next Tuesday we're going to the Hornets' Nest, Fairhope versus Baker. Coach, I've heard a lot about Coach Johnson and his crew over there at Fairhope and what they're going to do. I heard Fairhope has a good team. We're going to find out next week when they take on Baker.
I saw them play last year. I have not seen them play this year. A lot of those kids were young kids last year.
Right.
Baker, this is going to be, again, it's number 2 and 3 in this area. And they're a lot alike, but that place will be packed, and that gives a little bit of edge to the home team.
And I know we're talking about the boys right now, but we'll have the girls on as well.
Also.
It's always a double hitter for Tuesday night hoops. So the girls at 6, and following that, we'll have the boys in action. So make sure you join us next Tuesday right here on the MCPSS TV network as Javier Harris goes back to the line for Theodore.
I've had a lot of people text me or email me or Facebook me that how much that they've enjoyed. They didn't know that there were games going on TV, and really appreciate the opportunity to see these games. And this is a good game. We got another good game next week.
That's right.
Our staff is doing a good job of picking the right ones to play.
And Coach Arrow, it's FREE. It's free.
It's free.
All you got to do is tune in.
Tune in. All right, it's a great. I love this time of the year. High school basketball, college basketball is great.
Quite interesting right now as I'm looking at my roster sheet. I have Theodore shooting 10 for 15 in the second half, Coach Arrow, from free throws, and MGM 2 for 4, but the score is 43-28. So pretty much that's what's keeping Theodore in the ball game. Their free throw shooting.
Yeah, and it's where they're 15 points down. They just need to keep working. I mean, the game is over with literally, but I'm gonna tell you, there's no quit in either one of these coaches or teams.
That foul on Terrence Parker, his second team foul against the Bobcats. So right now, Coach Roebling is going to work with the Twin Towers, Parker in there and Walter Cobb, the 6'4" and 6'5". Center is going to play together here. Kind of reminds me of the old Kentucky team. Remember the Twin Towers back in the day, Coach Arrow? That's when my mom used to comb my hair, had an afro back then.
You showing your age, man.
Oh, yeah.
You showing your age.
The Twin Towers, man. You can't forget that nice
Who's that? I don't remember those guys. That was before my time.
I think Mel Turpin was one of them for the Twin Towers. And I can't remember the other one. I think Wade might know. He's in the truck. He probably may remember. J.J. Bush with the stop pop, but it does not drop. MGM bringing up the rebound here.
I said before the game that I didn't think that either team was going to make their average, and they're not going to. MGM averaged 66 points a game, and
nice give and go right there from A.J. Johnson.
Theodore averages 52. There's been a whole lot of hitting out there. There's been a whole lot of good defense, and these two teams, when they're at full strength towards the end of the year, good things are going to happen for these teams.
I think we've got a technical foul called against Zion Hunter for hanging on the rim, Coach Arrow.
He already got away with one.
I know.
So
but they teed him up right there for that one. And Coach Kimball's going to tee him up right here with his little chat as you see it.
Sometimes you just have to have those little chats.
Those little chats?
Yeah, even in today's world, you got to have those little chats.
I understand.
People back down to earth.
J.J. Bush at the line, shooting the technical.
And you know what?
Now, after I look at the replay, Coach Arrow, I'm kind of on the fence on that call.
I think the first one might have been
now
more
the first one was hanging on the rim. That one, Charles is going to cue it back up for us. I mean,
you know what? Zion walked to the bench. He took it, didn't make faces, didn't go down, start doing things at the end of the bench. Good for him.
And that is only his first foul right there with that technical that he picked up. Lead is 17 right here for the Vikings. I know Coach Kimball won't be happy with the amount of fouls that his Vikings had tonight by putting Theodore on the charity stripe so many times here in the second half.
You know, I saw, like I said, MGM play Faith, and the same thing happened at Faith. That pressure that they bring with their size, MGM, and their quickness is going to drive a whole lot of teams crazy.
DJ Broughton drains the three for the Vikings. Since he came back in the ball game with his 3 fouls, he has not picked up another one. They tried to give it back to Bush.
There's another one of those crazy ankle bounce passes.
And blocked by Jalen Gray. He was looking for someone on the outlet, but no one was home, so he just pulls it up. Very smart move by the 6'3" senior.
Good for Jalen Gray pulling the ball out. He didn't force it in there.
The young fella, Sanchez Johnson, the junior, could not get the ball to drop, but we have a foul on the play.
15 pounds on him next year?
Maybe about 20, a little cornbread.
20 pounds, 15 is still too light.
I never saw the sign for who they called the foul on, but it was on MGM. But they're over the limit, so the foul was on Sanchez Washington, his second foul. Maybe he didn't need enough dressing over the Thanksgiving holiday.
I guess.
Coach, that might have been it.
That might have been it. And all the trimmings.
Bobcats.
Well, hopefully.
Down right now, 19.
Hopefully Ritt Ford gets well and he's able to just come in. He'll add 3-point shooting to MGM.
Our buddy Ritt,
Houston Cunningham gets well, get that ankle straight so it doesn't get hurt later on in the season.
Now, Coach, I don't know. I haven't talked to Coach Robinson. I don't know if Theodore is going to be playing in the Holiday Classic. I think MGM may be, because I'm wondering the only other way these teams are going to meet would be like in a Classic-type tournament, because they're in 2 different classifications. So technically they won't be playing again unless they meet up at some kind of holiday tournament.
Right.
But I would love to see them with full strength with Cunningham and Ford coming off the bench for MGM as well.
That would really be good.
Nice right there for Bush, keeping Jalen Gray on his hip as he went to the basket. Under 30 seconds here, close to 30 seconds to play, and all in command and control for MGM.
I remember in '91, you know, UAB was in our conference at that time, and we beat them, and the only other way we were going to play them again was in the tournament.
In the tournament, yeah.
And we beat them again, so it works out like that when you play in enough tournaments.
You're right about that. And pretty much Gray just going to step back and hold the ball.
Well, this one's coming to an end, and I'm happy to hear and see that these two teams finished this game, and they just didn't start jacking threes that weren't good threes. forcing shots, turning the ball over. These are two well-coached teams, and discipline-wise, at the end when Zion went out, Coach Kimball got him to the side, looked him in the eye, said, you know, you can't do this and you can't do that. And Zion accepted it and went and sat down. Body language
says a lot.
It says a whole lot.
Says a lot.
If there's college coaches in the stands, or just you don't want to make yourself look foolish out there.
You do not want to do that. MGM gets the win tonight, 50-37, and pretty much you could say from the second quarter on, that's when they really turned the heat up and really got things going, Coach.
Yeah,
Arrow.
they did. They started pressing again. You know, that it wears on you.
Yeah.
After they press a while, they play 9-10 guys, so they can replenish those players, and they're still coming at you. Eventually, you wear those other teams down.
You do. We're efforting to get the headphones on Coach Roe Kimball. And for Theodore, I will say in the second half, Coach, they had 15 or maybe 17 free throw attempts. So I know Coach Kimball probably won't be happy with the amount that they reached the limit in the third and fourth quarter. 5 fouls each quarter.
Yeah, he'll have to go back and look at the film to see if they were reaching fouls or good fouls. But that many, trust me, there were some reaching fouls. But, you know, he'll have to look at the film and see that. But the bottom line is, I thought overall, usually it can get out of hand real quick.
Yes.
Real quick. It didn't do that.
Yeah,
and that's a tribute to the players and the coaches.
We started off, the score was 7-5 at the end of the first quarter, but at the half, it was 20-9 MGM, and they really turned that heat on, and that's something we want to talk to Coach Kimball about. Coach Kimball, congratulations on the win tonight. I was just telling Coach Arrow, you guys were down 7-5 at the end of the first quarter, and by the time we got to halftime, you were up 20-9. What was it? It was something. Was it Zion Hunter when he came in the game? It was like an instant spark for the Vikings.
Well, actually, it's a host of them. Like I said, definitely Zion did spark us offensively, but like I said, on the defensive end, we locked in. I think they scored 2 points for the entire second quarter.
They did.
So that was a big thing we've been harping on, trying to lock down defensively. So, you know, it's a defensive side for us.
Coach, tonight, Eric didn't have a real big offensive night for you, but that's what makes your team special. The size, the quickness with the size, but you have guys that you can replace, and you don't miss anything.
Absolutely, absolutely. We have depth this year. We're a senior-led squad. Like I said, our length has been a thing that we've been harping on. We got bigs, and our bigs are versatile. They can go inside and outside. So that's one of the great things about this team, and we're athletic all around. So I'm excited about this group right here.
I'm not going to ask exactly what you said to Zion afterwards, but it was a tribute to him. You looked him in the eye, he looked you in the eye, he listened. There wasn't any bad body language. He went and sat down. So, you know, that's a tribute to you and the relationship that you have with your players. This was 2 well-coached teams and 2 teams that got after each other.
Well, I thank you. Like I said, you know, Zion's one of our great kids, and he know what he did. He know what he did. And like I said, we just want to treat every game and every play like it's a real-life play. So we don't want to showboat in with anybody. So that was one of the things we just talked to him about, just trying to be, you know, have sportsmanship.
All right, Coach, you're off to your best start since 2018. You're 8-0 right now, and you got Viger coming up this Saturday. So keep going, and congratulations, and hopefully we'll get back out here to see you again, all right?
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Let's take a look at the stats for the ball game, Coach Arrow, and see what the story is going to tell. Look at the rebounds right there, and 3-pointers, 6 for 20 for MGM.
You know, that surprised me. I thought there would be more than that. What they made of the threes. They hit them so quick right in a row.
Right.
But the free throws, there's
now there's definitely inadequacy right there. 5 for 8 from the line, but 12 for 19. As I told you, that's what pretty much kept Theodore in the ball game tonight. Those free throws, Coach Arrow.
Yeah, there's no question about it. But again, they finished the game. A lot of those kids that were in there got a lot of those fouls, and they were not used to being in there.
You're right about that. All right, next week, Tuesday Night Hoops coming your way from the Hornets' Nest on the campus of Baker High School. It's Fairhope versus Baker. I'm looking forward to this one. For Coach Ronnie Arrow, our statistician Matt Moore, executive producer Quentin Howard, director Wade Ford, and engineer Fran Conway, I'm Al Whedon, thanking you for joining us for Tuesday Night Hoops as MGM gets the win right here, 50-37. Have yourself a great night. We'll check you out next Tuesday.